Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
hello, hello. Welcome back. This is the Manchester's Most Wanted, where we have the boomers and the consultants teaming
And
up,
the other.
and the other teaming up to take on basically the city at this point. This is for Vurt, the tabletop role-playing game, and yes, we're continuing our campaign with some pretty high level or some high tier characters here that have just last we left off have stepped up to basically a veritable army of tech and weaponry and everything. But before we get to that fun part, let's let's introduce the players, and then please the player character and your cipher sentence. And yes, perfect. And we'll go. We'll start here with Pete. If you could tell us about
Hi,
yourself.
everybody. I'm Pete Sovereign. I look like this. I am playing Amis Optera, who seems to be a robo-shadow Vurt explorer who keeps the faith. And he appears as a giant dragonfly, a biomechanical dragonfly with a snake's tail instead of a dragonfly abdomen, and he's wearing a mini tracky hoodie with 6 arms. And he's
Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Perfect. Okay, let's move right along. Let's see. Next we have, is it Chester?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm playing Chester Ballard. I am a shadow dogman who works for the city.
Perfect. You know how rad that is. It's perfect, actually. It's so Vurt.
Appropriate.
Perfect. Well, yeah. So we'll let's see. Let's move. Okay. Let's skip ahead there and come back. Who is next there? It looks like
It's me.
yes.
It's Mario.
Okay. All right.
Mario. Hi, I'm Charlotte Eargang. I'm playing Smoke, a Shadow Man explorer who controls blurbs. Smoke is pretty awesome. I really like this picture. Smoke has her 4 blurb flies who are always flying around her, checking things out and getting into trouble. Probably significantly less trouble than Smoke gets into herself, though. So.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, one of the boomers, of course. Anybody wearing the trackies at this point is identifying themselves as, one of the last standing boomers there, the Northcourt boomers. So pretty paint 3 stripes. All right, who's next? Okay.
I think it's me. Hi,
Yes.
I'm Mike. My character's Engil. He's a robo-man-chat warrior who plugs in my bad mix of anything kind of vaguely Eastern European and Russian for bad 80s movies accent. Yeah, he's a driver and a pilot and has a nasty temper and a tendency to become violent. So, good times. Good times.
That sums it up for
Sure.
sure. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. So the last but not least, we have got. Well, we'll get to Jack in a second, but let's go. Oh, Jack,
Why are we
you back?
getting to me? Yeah, I already
All
went.
set. Oh, set.
Okay,
Okay. I heard the barking, and I figured, yeah. Well, one more time, we got to show Chester Ballard there, with his overcoat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. Last but not least.
I'm Rob Eargang. I play Oedipus Jones. My sentence is greatest of the Northcourt boomers. Okay. Oedipus Jones is a robo-dogman speaker who tops ears, but I'm also the best. And
And the handsomest, and
that was, the whole,
artist,
you've heard
With
it
the
all
least
before.
amount of ego. Yeah, that's
Yeah, modest.
the humblest.
Parents love me. You know, that.
Yes, perfect. And we've got speakers. We've got now. This is where we had left off. Like I said, is right in the middle of action. You guys are up toe to toe with the Manchester. Unfortunately, okay, the Manchester PD. And they are the most they're the largest standing army in the real world, and they have brought tetramechs. They have brought their VTOLs going above. They have their paddy wagons
going home
showing
with one
up.
of those.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is hurting. Yeah, they're going around again. They show up on force. Now again, there are no more boomers as far as you guys know. Your headquarters are gone. There's a couple threads you guys were following, knowing that they're somewhere out there in Manchester, dispersed. Clem Fangdingo, some of your other favorites
I bet he's
are
not
out.
even at the Whoopies.
Not at the Whoopies. They're out there somewhere, but right now, you guys are face to face. And the biggest question all of you guys are asking yourself is why this? Why is everybody showing up at this point? And what's different about what are you guys carrying? What's going on for this level of volume 11. All right. The one thing, like I said, when we left off, was they all have guns drawn, and they are saying, and then one of them in the back says, "Chester, is that you?"
God damn it.
And
I like nudging forward.
yeah, they part, and a small, well, a fairly small, dog man, a dachshund, mostly dachshund looking, is kind of, is making his way over, and he's looking you up and down, and you recognize him from your days back on the force. There's, whether your friends know all about your past or not, this is the real deal. So this is somebody who knows you personally, someone who recognizes your voice, and someone who, let's say, a relationship was contentious back in the day, but again, at this point, it's just bewilderment. So he comes up to you, and yes, so this is Sharon Byron. Okay. Now you know him. Byron is last name. This is D.I. Byron, and he is again from your original class at at boot camp. Basically, their version of the academy. It's just boot camp, and if you survive, they'll throw a helmet on you. Okay. D.I. Byron comes up.
Really, just a bunch of people kicking you.
Yeah,
With steel
but
toe
again,
boots on.
you at that point
Camp
splits
is
up,
more
and then
for the boots than the people.
Yeah.
Irvin kicks head an iron boot? No, of course not. Stupid question. Forget it.
you've got you guys went the detective inspector route. You could have been on the streets and whatnot, or on the beat or whatever, but you're certainly you went the inspector route. So this is D.I. Byron, also detective inspector, and he goes up to you and he has you come over, and he says, "Chester, what the fuck is going on, mate? What are you doing here? What are you wearing?"
Byron, I need you to just let us go.
He looks behind you, behind you guys. He looks to the other side. He points up. There are blurb flies everywhere. They got VTOLs. You guys are being broadcast live everywhere right now. And he says, how do you
Particularly on the
propose?
blurb, on the
You're gonna
Spaz network.
hang on, Byron.
BNN, the Blurb News Network.
I'm gonna walk my guys. There's like a wagon, right? There's like a whatever that.
Oh yeah,
that's not the
yes.
pack, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
they've
walk my
got the
guys into
wagons and
that
they've got
wagon.
cruisers.
We're gonna go about 5 blocks, and we're gonna walk out of that wagon.
Chester, we haven't heard from you in months. Some of the people in the force, some of the other detective inspectors want to see you sent to strange ways. No one trusts you. We're being filmed. How do you propose I commandeer a paddy wagon on the way to strange ways? We're being filmed. What did you do?
You're gonna tell me you don't know who's gonna drive the wagon?
I don't. I could find out. I could find out. It's just going to be one of the grunts. But at this point you have the shadow boxes. The shadow boxes are the very, I hesitate to call them drones, but definitely very large hovering they're bad news. They're now putting the orange info beams on you, on everybody. It's going up and down. They're getting all the information. They're beeping and back and forth.
I can't stay here talking to you for the next 20 minutes trying to convince you that this is going to work. Figure it out. I'll walk my guys in and there won't be any trouble. Keep stirring it up and this is going to get a lot bloodier, a lot faster. You trust me or you don't. Figure it out. I'm going to spin around and walk towards the boomers.
Nice. As you spin around again, he doesn't get a word out at all, but you do see his face of just perplexed of like, how in the hell do you propose? It's what do you guys, okay. He turns around. So, okay, you guys are together, and you now can hear them opening up the back of the wagons. They're coming to get you guys.
This is going to sound fucking insane, but we're all just going to get into the back of that wagon quietly. You got to trust me here.
What?
We either get into the back of that wagon and trust that we'll be out of that wagon in a few minutes, or we take a stand here and every one of us dies. You guys got to figure out whether or not you trust me. And Chester's going to spin and just puts himself into the back of the wagon.
God damn it, Chester.
Hey, Chester, tell me something only the real Chester would know.
The Chester's already in the wagon at this point.
I follow you, and I say that again until you can hear me.
You're
Keep
just
going.
like sticking your head in the wagon.
Tell you something that only the real Chester would know.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Eddie.
Yeah, I get in the paddy wagon.
All right, I'm gonna consume literally every drug I have before I get in.
Okay.
Because they took mine away last time.
They
I'm
did.
not gonna let that happen again.
Yeah, and honestly, drug interactions be damned. I can't wait to hear what you're putting in your mouth. Again, as long as you're walking towards the paddy wagon, they will let you pass. You want to eat stuff on your way, they don't give a shit. It is too big. By the way, at this point, the amount of blurb flies in the sky is, they're actually, you can hear the clicking and the occasional dropping of the flies. They're flying so close together that the swarms are being pushed from the outside by the approaching blurb flies. In other words, you guys are in every single Vurt show, Vurt live show, broadcast, anything. Certainly in Manchester and possibly the real world at this point. Yeah. Okay. So what are you taking? What do you have as far as ciphers?
I don't remember because I didn't write it down. But I got a bunch of drugs from that basket at Chester's grandma's house or whatever.
That's right. I'll say that for sure Boomer is drug that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, let's say that you have at least a bottle of Boomer. You don't want him to confiscate it. You can, bottoms up right now. Up to you.
Bottoms up. I only wish I had 2 more.
Nice. Got it. Okay. And the effects of that, if you wouldn't mind finding out.
Yeah, I'll look it up quick.
Beautiful. Okay. Perfect. And then just let me know. Okay. Who else? So we've got Chester in the van, in the wagon already. Let's see. Oedipus, you are at the door of it. Are you getting in?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
he convinced me with
Got
his safe words.
Yes, truth, big truth. Okay, and let's see. Smoke. You're taking your Boomer. Are you walking in as well?
I drink this Boomer. I throw the bottle at the nearest cop, like not at the cop, but like
right.
smashes at his feet.
Right. Perfect.
And then get in.
Nice. As you do, you can actually see that there's some of the blurb flies like go down to get some really good shots of the broken glass. This and that.
Oh yeah, like
going...
I have Spaz filming this, and like I like signal him like slightly ahead of time so that he would know. And so it's like
I was gonna ask.
He's got like the slow motion crash and like the splatter on the boots.
And what are you doing about the blurb flies? Because if they will, you have a feeling without even having to make any rolls here. If they see that any of these blurb flies are part of you, they will take them down or separate you from them. They're not going into the wagon with you.
Are they capable of doing like security Overwatch type stuff?
Aren't they? Yeah, you have some of them are higher level. I mean, I know Spaz has been around forever as far as observe and report.
I've got a stealth mode.
Yeah.
And a sonic one, and I've got the one with Bella Centelia's signed chassis.
Yep.
If you want them locked in the car, they can get locked in the car. I don't know if that helps or not.
I'll keep the stealth model with us, and the other ones will like disguise themselves in the swarms.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Just wanted to. Okay. So we have Chester, Oedipus, and Smoke in there. Now we have Engel and Anisoptera. The two of you. Now at this point, the cops are. At this point, they got 3 of the 5 of you. It looks like everybody's going in there, so you feel a little bit less the tension. You can hear, you can again hear the VTOLs are coming down. Who's next?
Engel will straighten up in the driver's seat. And he'll look at the people in front, and like everybody's like gotten out, and like they're heading for the back of this wagon. And he kind of does that thing where like you put your arm across, and you like look out the back window, like hand on the wheel. It's like cop cars there too. I think he will get up. He will go around to the trunk, open it, put in mixed shillelagh, close the trunk. Close the door, walk up to the guy that Chester was been talking to a minute ago, who's probably like facing another way, like just grab him by the front of the shirt, turn him around.
Yep.
You're like, you open trunk, I kill you. Car gets scratched, I kill all of you. Then he'll hold up the keys and be like, boop boop, and like just drop him in the guy's hand.
Nice. Yeah, his hand paw takes it. He's Dogman. So yeah, he takes it. And
as he walks away, Engel will probably say like, "Who the hell are these people?"
yeah. MPD. All right. And Engel goes in. All right. You made my job easier. All right. The doors close behind you guys, and Anisoptera is separated from the group. I don't know if you're doing that on purpose or not, but here's what happens. Here's what happened.
Follow us.
True. Well, everybody was going in order. It was basically marching orders to the paddy wagon to see who was last in.
Can they see inside the car?
No, they close this. They close the paddy wagon, and the four of you guys, Chester, Oedipus, Smoke, and Engel, are alone in probably a 10 by 5 steel contraption. It's pretty solid, but we'll get to that in a second. And there's no light other than the light from either your electro blades or whatever. They have not confiscated anything, and what you have and what you said you have is what's on you. Okay, you're feeling the effects of the boomer, by the way.
Yeah.
Smoke.
I'm
Thank
feeling
goodness.
good.
Yeah. She's the only one digging what's going on. Why the hell not?
So
Okay.
for the record, I looked at
Yes.
Boomer. It gives me a bonus to any social interactions and a penalty to speed tasks.
Oh, good.
It
Okay,
stacks
cool.
up 3 times if I had more Boomer, but then I would die.
That's true. That's true. Can't take the third sip. It's for your safety. Okay, yes, and this is an enclosed space. There's no like bars or screen to the front. It's a separated container unit from the actual cab. Okay, okay, Anisoptera, you are now approached. They part out of the way. The MPD that was right around you, and they don't quite understand. They're getting stuff in their ears. They don't understand why they're separating. And a group, here we are. I've been waiting for a couple of weeks to do this. Okay, the group that shows up, I've got them here. Is they're not wearing uniforms. They don't look or whether you know or not, they don't look or walk like the MPD or anything that's wearing, here it is, major like heavy armor or anything like that. And here's what you see, of course. And actually, as the sun is going down, actually, this is about what they look like. So they show up. They're 3 pretty well-dressed individuals. You can't quite tell if the person in the front is a pure human or maybe Robo-Man. There's a precision to them that is either really, really solid training or also robogenetics as well. The other person, wearing more kind of like leather chic kind of thing, is again, maybe it's pure human, but the hair is a little shaggy. Kind of has a bit of a pronounced, jaw, and nose, kind of. I don't want to say a snout, but kind of you can kind of see patches of hair here and there, kind of patches of fur. It's possible it's a dog. And she is carrying the largest shotgun you've ever seen, and she's carrying it open, and she's just coming through like it's part of her. Third person coming in, third individual, is also dressed up chic, but more like throwback kind of mod. This person's got kind of the shaggy, like Beatles cut from the days. Also, but you can see the smoke, the shadow smoke coming off of this person around. To everybody, they and the first person are both wearing sunglasses at night. That tells you something. That's how badass they are.
There's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. Okay.
As I'm wearing sunglasses at night.
There it is. Always, right? So that is that, and they come up to you, Anisoptera, and I'll take it off the screen here. They come up to you, and the first individual there, again, let's say Robo-Man. You get there's so much precision movement going on that it's a Robo-Man. So the Robo-Man, had a gun, just a regular, pistol, has now put it back into their jacket. The person with the large shotgun there, the dog man, she's put down her weapon like this, and the smoke seems to kind of dissipate back into the shadow man in the back, and all three of them just kind of line up, kind of get themselves all prepared. You know, you can see the mod there is definitely, you know, making sure his hair is all shaggy. So, you know, kind of looking up for the cameras, looking through this, and you hear whispers everywhere. You're possibly the only person who. How old are you? I mean, without you can, now that the rest of the group is back, is separated in the paddy wagon. How old are you, and what kind of real world knowledge are you equipped with? Chunks of memories. What is it?
Yeah. Well, I'm only like a couple of days old, right?
Right. Exactly.
And
okay.
Yeah, I have some of Buzz's memories, but they're kind of locked in. Like, they're not readily accessible. They'll show up at inopportune times, but not too experienced in the real world.
Okay. Still, it's enough for you to have some. Okay, let's see if you can hit the memories. We'll make it a difficult task just for the hell of it. It'll be an int-based task, just a standard one. I can't think of a skill that would apply that unless you can think of one. But it's definitely int, and if you want to use effort, you can. Everybody has 2 XP, I should mention, to spend at the beginning of this session. And those of you in the paddy wagon, if you want to rest, and you have the rests, and I'm making sure you guys are I'll let you guys track it. Now's the time. You've got it.
What is this roll for?
This is to see if you can access the memories of, like, something about, like, you should know. Everybody else is whispering, all the cops, even some of the onlookers, this and that. Everybody knows these 3 people. You don't. You're a couple days old, but maybe Buzz did. Maybe. It's still difficult since it's not your memories technically. Well, I don't know. I'll let you define that.
I only rolled an 8.
Okay. Do you want to use an XP to reroll or not?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the second time, it'll be the last time you can do it, because unless you have more XP.
I rolled
a 12. Okay. So bits, fragments. You know what? You get fragments of images of these people in other situations. It always feels like it's on a screen somewhere. And by a screen, I also mean it shimmy plexes at, you know, when you're, you know, the group viewing rooms of the Vurt, you know, the Vurt feathers and things like that. So, but yeah, that's all you get. Okay. So what they do is they go up to you, and they have, you know, they also motion up. Behind them, they have the MPD carrying what looks like a containment unit. You know, you can pretty clear. Almost like an upside down goldfish bowl that they have separated, you know, and they have carrying on all 4 sides. And they go and they put it down in front of you, and the goldfish bowl part comes up, and they're waiting for you to go in. And these 3 individuals, the shadow man, and, you know, the mod there, who's looking slick, he goes to you and he says, "After you, my good man."
I'm gonna spend the intellect and read his mind.
Oh. Okay. Sure. Still do an int roll just to see if you get a 1 or a 19 or 20.
Okay.
And
11.
Okay, cool. So it still goes. Okay, and you use the int. Okay, and it's surface thoughts, correct? I believe it is. It's
surface thoughts.
Yeah. Okay, the surface thoughts is oh god damn, I look good. Oh, this is this looks so good. Oh, wait, my hair, and he's and his this back and forth, you know, all about his appearance, and then, you know, looking at you, you can hear, got you, another one, stupid sons of bitches. That's what you're hearing.
Okay.
And they're motioning for you to get under the spot where they're going to put this boy in the plastic bubble on top of you.
Okay. I'm still inside the car, attached to the roof, clinging to the roof inside
Right.
the car. Right? And where are
Correct. They're right outside the car door. The car door is open. They're expecting you to get out.
they? Okay. Give me just a second.
Trying to find your way out of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend 2 speed points and use escape. And I'm gonna slip past them and fly into the
Wait, what do you have? Wait, oh cool. Wait, what do you have?
second tier explorer escape, 2 speed points. You can slip your restraints, squeeze through bars, break the grip of a creature holding you, or otherwise get loose from whatever is holding you in place. Action.
Okay, I'm gonna say that. Yeah. That's fun. Sure, I wasn't expecting it. That's good. Let's. Technically, no one's holding you, but you're in a holding pattern with everybody
Right.
around you.
Just
So
to try and slip past him and disappear into the crowd of blurbs.
got it. That makes sense. The real, the real thick, dense cloud of blurbs above.
Yeah.
Because you can fly, of course. Oh, well done. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yes, still make the roll. It's a speed roll. Again, make sure you don't roll a 1 or a 19 or 20.
I'm also trained in flying, if that helps, and in speed defense, if either of those two help. Actually, I'm specialized in speed defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either of those two help.
Cool. No, this one again, as long as it's an activation thing, I'm just making sure that if you just don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Really. As he rolls a 1.
I rolled a 2.
Oh. Okay, good. All right,
Goodbye.
good. Okay, so a barely make it escape. Tell me what happens as they're going to tamp it down on top of you, and Mr. Shadowman Mod is making sure that his suspenders and skinny tie are looking as slick as can be.
I'm gonna crawl close to the edge of the thing and look meek and let my wings droop a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn to Mr. Mod, and say, "Your hair looks stupid," and fly off.
Nice. Nice. Good, you've made an enemy for life with the Shadow Man Mod. I'm telling you. Yeah, he's okay. Yes, even though you only recognize the faces at this point. This is good. No one's recognized, and you guys haven't seen. Oh, perfect. Okay, you're up and in the dense cloud above. In fact, you can see that Spaz. Is it Spaz who's out?
Everybody but Flit, my stealth model.
Got it. So it's Spaz and the other. I see. So the 2 blurb flies, or 3. Sorry, 3 blurb flies. Correct? Yes. You have 3 of them flying in the sky.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So the 3 blurb flies that you recognize, of course, that are smokes, are also in this dense cloud, and it's bumping together and everything. And for right now, you're safe. And now we're gonna just go right back to the paddy wagon.
And I look up from my little recording window, and I'm like, well, looks like the new guy didn't trust you.
Nice.
I'm also going to attempt to catch and eat a blurb fly while I'm in the dense cloud.
Good. I'm gonna
not one of hers.
I was gonna say I'm gonna make you roll. I'm gonna make you roll for it, and I'm gonna say that it's easy or it's simple. So you have to roll a 3 or above, but again, it's just so you don't roll a 1. And if you roll a 20, we'll see what happens.
Well, I am trained in blurb fly hunting as well.
Oh, then even better. Sure. So just don't roll a 1.
Holy shit! Why did you have to say that right as I pushed the goddamn button? I want to spend an XP and re-roll that.
No, don't worry about it, because get this one out of the way. Trust me. I'm going to say that you spend the next 1d6 rounds almost choking to death on something that went down the wrong pipe, too big. Your eyes are too big for your stomach. You will survive, but it's going to suck, and you're out of the action
This is the second blurb fly that I ate that did this, so maybe I don't eat blurb flies anymore.
I love it. Yeah, it's like hummingbirds who have to eat, they have to eat the little flies for protein, and then they almost choke like every time.
Right.
I just saw a great documentary. Everybody should
I did not know that.
definitely. Oh, they're great. Hummingbirds are fantastic. They're so fucking metal. They really are. Okay, so.
Pretty sure they're organic, Alex. I don't know what you.
No, I'm telling you, dude. Their hearts almost stop. They go into torpor. Like it's nuts. Those guys are badass, and they almost choke to death every night trying to eat the little flies that they actually do need for protein more than just the nectar.
The nectar.
So how badass is that? They like get close to death like 1,000 times a day. Anyway, that's metal. So speaking of close to death 1,000 times a day, back to the boomers. Inside inside the back of the paddy wagon here. I'm gonna let you guys deal with it, but you can feel the rumble of the start of the engine, and you can feel the bounce, and you can the side to side sway, and then the forward motion, and you guys are very slowly on your way somewhere. You can hear some sirens, but it seems it's just you guys are in some pretty thick steel walls here. So okay,
I'm
you're on your
gonna
way.
start singing the boomer song and like
Nice.
spray painting everything I can reach.
Nice.
We're not locked in, so I'm just kind of like walking.
Oh, you are.
And...
You are. Now
well,
I'm gonna
the
say
door's
this.
locked, but did they lock? They didn't lock us down, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
perfect.
I'm gonna walk around this back of the wagon, and I'm gonna like spray paint the ceiling.
Good in the 10x5. Good. Okay, everybody roll. That's in there. Roll
Any idea what
con
the fumes
save.
like that are gonna be? Like.
Yes, exactly. Everybody here, honestly, I'm not gonna get mechanical on it, but everybody at this point is choking, coughing. Maybe it's the boomer making you feel groovy, but
yeah, it's a terrible idea to be
So I
spray painting in a non-ventilated area.
I ended up rolling because I wasn't sure if you were serious or not.
Oh, good.
And I rolled a 20. So
You know what?
I want my major effect, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Have everybody roll. And if anybody gets a 1, the 20 will counteract it. Don't worry. But we want to. Okay. Good. Okay. Jack.
For your 20, you should get you should get high from the fumes and like get like some benefit from that.
Yeah, I
like,
can dig
your
that.
I
social
can
effect
see
or
the future.
There are
Chester
very few benefits to huffing paint. Okay, let's just get that
Chester
one
got a
out
10.
on record.
A 10? Okay, 10 still works. Perfect. So everybody again is coughing and this and that. Okay, for the 20, I'm gonna say that again. Yeah, you in addition to feeling lightheaded and but again the womp 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 that's gonna follow is not gonna be good. I'm gonna say that you develop a taste for it actually. That maybe not in a way that you have to have it all the time, but like, you know what? You seem fine with it. And the more you kind of figure out how to work with it, it's not bothering you. And honestly, with that 20, from here on out, you're not going to be bothered by paint fumes or anything major like that. Every time, there's things like that, you can do right in your face, no problem.
So you're saying I can't see the future?
Exactly. Yeah, use that how you want, but I'm talking about for the rest of your character, you will not get intoxicated by paint
fumes.
Knowing you guys, you'll figure out some wacky way to do it. Okay, so you have the escaped third level being up in the clouds, who's just escaped the 3 absolute badasses, or at least they look like it. The 4 of you causing mayhem and coughing and then not coughing inside a 10x5 paddy wagon. Okay, at this point, everybody, now the speed picks up. They're going fast, everybody roll first. Do an int roll, knowing where you guys were at the edge of, and I've got the map here. You guys were at the edge of center, right at the edge of, I believe it was Ardwick. So to see if you can kind of at least figure out what direction you're heading, at least the basic direction. Here's the.
Can I just ask Spaz?
Oh, yeah, go for it. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Absolutely.
Like Spaz, where the hell are we?
Okay. So Spaz shows you this. You guys are heading towards center, away from Tameside here. And you're yeah.
I just want to interject really quickly. It was my intention after escaping to follow her blurb flies to track me.
Sure, absolutely. And you'll.
Yeah, I just want to say that now. So
yeah, later. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense, of course. But yes, and actually, the fact that you're with Spaz means that you guys know that Anisoptera is also following you guys, eyes in the sky, above, in this giant cloud of blurred flies. You know, those super swarms you see, which are beautiful, and terrifying at the same time. Okay. Yes, you guys are heading west, and where you guys are heading, honestly, is you're heading into probably towards Strangeways. Strangeways is the the worst prison in the world at this point.
Is there like anything else back here, and like, hey, there neural interface jack back here at all for like? Oh, there's somebody who's supposed to be on Overwatch, but communicating with guys in the front or anything like that?
No, this is an incredibly secure one. Again, you're still hoping that whatever Chester and D.I. Byron exchange, you're still hoping this works out. You guys are heading west, but it's fingers crossed. And again, now Chester, you're remembering that there's a lot of times back in the boot camp part of the academy where you teased him quite a bit. You're just realizing there were times when you pushed his face in the porridge there. You're hoping he realized it was a joke.
Is there one of those little like dome cameras back there or anything in the ceiling?
Nothing. Yeah, they have it behind. This is as secure as you can imagine. They don't even really they have something behind a glass, that is bulletproof at least, but it's not even extended into the cab. This is a box.
We can't like see the cabin at all, right? Like we can't see the driver from.
It's even a separate part of the cab.
My monitor.
Yeah, it's a separate part of the cab entirely. Right. So yeah,
as long as there's a camera that I can like tap on the cover over it and be like,
yes,
like that's
nice. Yes, the camera laughs at you. No, it doesn't. Okay, perfect. Now the speed is picking up a lot. So Chester, roll for an int roll. Use. You get an asset for your police stuff, your police background. What if you have any other int based? Has to be specifically int based or background based stuff. I'll give you another asset, but you're gonna roll an int roll. Only you.
Yeah.
Because you're the X.
I'm gonna spend effort though.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll spend 2 levels of effort.
Okay. Good. So now it's just down to 3 simple. So. Just
and I got a 14.
Good. Okay. As it starts to bounce, and at this point, you're getting that sickening feeling where you're falling, and then you're falling, and you're hitting, bouncing. You, with your background, know that this is not standard procedure. These wagons follow standard roads, like they stay on the roads. There's never a time when these things need to be off road. And right now, you're not only not on flat road, but it feels like it's off-road from the sky. So this is something that is out of protocol. So the fingers, keep them crossed, but it looks like maybe D.I. Byron took those as jokes back in the day and and found a way, but it seems like it. Eyes in the Sky, which is Anisoptera and the trio of Smoke's blurb flies. You guys can see now at this point that they have indeed gone off the path there, off one of the main roads onto a frontage road, and now the frontage road is going along one of the canals. It's going fast, really fast, and the canals, again, they have not been even redesigned in 250 years at this point, almost. Yeah, actually, yes. Still the stone bridges, still the canals. Of course, they're clogged with boats most of the time, but the side parts are maybe 11 feet wide, not even 12, and you guys are racing at least 70 to 80 miles an hour at this point on the bumpiness along the canal, and just passing, like scraping the left-hand mirror. That's right, correct. Along it, one little wrong move, and you guys are in the canal. That's what you guys can see from the sky. So you're off-road. You're next to the canals. You're not even on roads at this point, and this is not police protocol. Okay, now everybody's going to roll. Who's in the wagon is going to roll for a speed roll to see if you can stay standing at this point and not get hurt, because it is bouncing.
Can I Oedipus says as he notices this, he's like, "Where we're going, we don't need road."
Good. Good. Sure.
Chester got an 18 on the roll.
Oh, good. Okay, that works.
Ooh, thunder.
Yeah, and again, these are steel walls, so you can be slammed into this stuff. This is not protocol.
Natural 20. I'm about to be slammed into the wall, and I like parkour off of it and land on my feet. I'm like, this is great, guys. Nice. Yeah, that boomer
must be what does it. And with that 20, you're not going to have to make any further rolls that are like this in the back of this wagon. You know exactly where to jump now. This shit is rad for you. Okay.
My dance moves, because I got improved for the next dance off.
Yes. So Chester got an 18. Smoke got a 20. Okay. Engel and Oedipus?
Engel got a 16.
Excellent. Okay.
12.
Got it. And Oedipus, what did you get? Sorry?
12.
12. Okay, that also works. Yes, again, this is just demanding. You guys all are bouncing back and forth. Maybe it'll turn into a bruise, maybe it won't, but you guys are still bouncing. Okay, that was round one. At this point, I'm going to have you also roll a speed roll, Anisoptera, in the sky to keep from, if you're going to stay in this thick swarm of all these things bouncing back and forth, to continue in it, you're going to have to do a speed roll to also avoid getting hit or losing sight.
Okay. And I am trained in flying. Does that help?
It does. And also, you said, was it blurb hunting?
Yes.
You know what? I'll give you an asset because you have the 3 blurbs even with you. Yeah. So I'll give you another. Yeah. So 2 assets for sure. And again, this is just demanding as well. So you already are down to simple, without having to spend. So up to you if you want to spend effort.
I am going to spend a little bit of effort here.
Okay. So just don't roll a 1. I say again.
If you spend 2 levels of effort, you don't have to roll.
No, he's already there. He's already at. Yep.
Yeah. Oh. But I rolled a 3, so I'm going to spend an XP and re-roll.
You don't need to. You already had it. Yeah, because you actually dropped it. You already had it down to simple, which is 3, and then you used a level of effort. So it's just don't roll a 1. Okay. So yes, you do. That does count. So yes, you are still. Yeah, it's bad. You're still kind of choking on the remnants of another attempted meal. but you see everybody below. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's do. Okay, so at this point, the wagon is again still barreling along the canal, and oh, it's perfect. I've got sirens going on in the real world out here, like loud, of course.
We've got fireworks over here.
Are we gonna roll past the consultant's van that's been parked next to the?
Yeah, I'm all don't tempt me. Yeah, exactly. Wait a sec. Yeah, the consultants are still hanging out in their dirty what is it? The old V Dub. Was that it? I've got it somewhere. I've got a good picture of it. But yeah, we'll find that. Oh, here it is. Yes.
You had the old Virtuant one, but
that one too. Oh yeah, that's the most recent one. Yeah, true. Yeah,
Nice.
you guys were rolling, I believe. Yeah, in that's right, in this one at one point. This was your ride. The Vurt you want ice cream van or refurbished ice cream. Yeah, so this is the kind of things that you're hoping aren't going to be in the way. Again, there's a few shopping carts that are just getting destroyed. Like Terminator 2. I don't know if you guys remember that feather. So yeah, was it Roland Pumpernickel is playing a cyborg, going through, but it's the same thing of just barreling through these spaces in this giant vehicle going full speed. Okay, perfect. Okay, now is the second and no spoiler, but final speed roll that everybody's going to have to do. They've picked up speed. Smoke, you do not have to roll. You
I'm
already got the
dancing.
20. You're loving this. In fact, yeah, you're dancing to your own tune and it's working. Everybody roll again. Again, this is just to see if you're not going to get smashed up against the wall, as we're up to probably 85 miles an hour with 6 inches space on each side.
How does a 7 do?
It does.
Oh.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah.
A thing.
Yeah.
So
you've already. It's normally demanding, which is 9. If you succeed on the first one, which everybody did, it goes down one step for the second. So yeah, this one is just standard 6. So 6 or above.
Okay.
Got it.
So
Okay.
Engel is like still in there. He's probably like got his feet planted and he's like braced by like one arm against the top. And he's just like where that little plexiglass cover over the camera was, he just like knocks on it and like gives it the finger.
Yeah, perfect. Good. All right. Everybody passed. See, Jack, what'd you roll? Yeah, it's just a basic speed roll. Sorry, I should see it here. Yeah, again, and you passed it as well, so it's also just standard 6 or above.
Yeah, I got an 18.
Perfect.
Again.
Perfect. Okay, everybody got it. Oedipus. Okay. Great. You guys make it. At this point, they hit the brakes. And you guys all managed. You're not hurt, but you're definitely squished up against the front of this box, all squished together, all just pushed together. Although with the 20, I'm still going to say that Smoke, you're able to do a fucking head spin on the ceiling for all like.
Like everybody gets smushed to the side, and I kind of like hang back, and then I'm like, hug, and I dive into them all.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so it rolls to a stop. You in the air. I meant to. Anisoptera, you're also going to roll a speed roll. It's also at this point standard for you, 6 or above.
Okay.
If you want to, and if you have an asset, excellent, got it, perfect. Everybody's fine. You did not lose sight. You guys have stopped. Okay, you've stopped next to the canal. It's Manchester quiet, which means if there's always noise. But there's no cars right here. It's between bridges. You're next to the canal, of course, and the boats are going by, and there's some of the rover boats, and all the ones behind it are all covered in clouds of, dust and debris that's been flying off of this paddy wagon going there. They roll up to one of these rover tents, and the rovers look back and forth like this. You can see one of them's a dog man, one of them's a robo man. You have maybe some other people in the back. You can't quite tell because again they're covered, with their rain gear as well, because it looks like it's about ready to rain. And they bring a tarp up and they cover the this is what you see from the sky and then from your blurb flies, and they cover the paddy wagon with the tarp. And now, as the VTOLs pass by ahead, and as other blurb fly, as the swarm passes by and starts looking everywhere, only you, Anisoptera, and then the blurb flies really notice and are watching what's happening. So, if possible, this might be a good time to, in fact, it would be, if everyone wants to take a 10-minute bio break, if we can, and then we'll pick it up in 10 minutes with you guys breaking the doors open, and again, keep the fingers crossed. All right.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? Perfect. So we'll be back in 10. Nice.
Hello. Welcome
All
back,
right.
everyone.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so let's pick it up right where we left off. Good thing to do.
With a
Oh,
hug.
yeah. The motion has stopped. The motor cuts. There's no, there's no sound there. The door, no one hears any inside or sees from above any doors open in the cab in front. There's enough, it's wide enough for sometimes 3, sometimes even 4 people if they had to, but there's at least a few drivers in there. But no doors open up there. You do hear a click, and yeah, that's what you hear. Oh, which Chester shit, yeah, of course. It's the click of opening the door. It's the sound of it being opened actually from the front remotely to open up the doors in the back.
They did not disarm us, right? We have all our stuff.
Yep.
You have all your stuff.
I'm gonna pull out my cricket bat and hold it back behind my back like a cartoon character.
Got it. Good. Good.
Chester's going to activate partially there.
Okay. 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 Perfect. Okay. From above, let's do an activation cost, from now on, no matter what, even it's just so you don't roll a 1, or if you roll a 19 or 20, again, you'll get better stuff. But anytime we activate anything, we'll just do a basic, that's a int based roll, I think. It must be. Yeah.
All right, I got an 11.
Okay, perfect, great. Just because again, with a 20, some good stuff may happen. Obviously.
All right.
Okay, yes, that's what that is. From above, I'll also mention Anis Opera there. You don't see movement at all. Everything's still covered with the tarp, and a couple of the rovers there are actually unloading stuff like they were before, just basic, going nice and slow to other boats that are passing by, bringing stuff off. By law, the boats have to keep moving. They're never allowed to moor. That's how they kind of keep the honestly undesirables moving through the city, as they would call them, without having to set foot on the city and have them be responsible for it. So it's a shady move, but that's what they're all about. So that's what's happening. That's what you can see. You don't see any movement.
I want to get a chance. I wanted to try and retcon something because we went really quickly.
Okay, sure.
With read mind, I could continue to read the target's thoughts for up to a minute, even at long range.
How far is long range? Let's see, because
it says you can use this ability at long range and don't need to be able to see the target.
Okay.
So I just want to continue listening to his thoughts for as long as possible. But
I
was sticking around to listen to it.
Okay, and again, I don't even remember exactly what long range counts as. You guys are like a few miles away at this point.
So it would have held for at least a...
Yeah, what you would have heard, for a while, is, more of, oh, fuck, this doesn't look good, this doesn't look good, oh, this doesn't look good, oh, I'm gonna look awful,
I'm hoping he'll say, boy, I hope my boss, Chester T. Arthurton, doesn't...
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah, it's all, again, surface thoughts about him looking bad in front of all the blurb flies, basically the whole real world. A lot more stuff about it being the fault of his companions here. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? I'll give you this. You hear, this, they're all, when he's talking about the companions, that they're always making the tracers look bad. Always making the tracers look bad. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Tracers. These are the tracers. Yeah. You already kind of rolled to kind of figure out before, and you didn't get it, but that is key information. Those are the tracers.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it kind of got staticky the farther you went away. Right. But yes, you can certainly have that. Makes sense. Okay, so perfect. So let's do this. You hear the click again. There's no engine. You can hear the sound of people kind of talking outside. You're not sure what, but you can see from your blue feather and kind of the AR reality of what the blurb flies are showing you, Smoke, that again what Anisoptero sees. This whole thing's been covered by a tarp, and other people are just making it look like that nothing crazy has just happened. That a giant 11-foot by probably 15 or 20 foot by the time it was all done, paddy wagon was racing down the canals and just stopped and was covered. No problem.
Nice.
Yep. So that's what you see. So as far as you can see, the coast is clear. You do not see any threats.
Well, I'm gonna show Shadow and just jump out of the dang car because this place is too small. I don't like it.
Do it. You do, and at first it's yes, it's the air from outside hits everybody and it feels refreshing just because it's been stale in here, because it's just stuffy. There's no ventilation. Yeah, you got the paint fumes. It's been awful. Then it's followed by the realization that, well, maybe not refreshing. You're near the canals, and this is probably an area. It is actually. It's a it's area right near New Centerton, right in the outskirts where it heads north, where the Mersey River heads north. So this is just north of the really nice part where it just turns just to absolute shite. So what was going to strange ways took a little bip, and now you're next to the canal. And this is the stinky part because it's already gone past all the rich people. So now why treat the water, right? It's downstream. Screw them. Welcome to Manchester. So that is what's happening. It stinks. You can see people milling about. They're pretending not to look at you. The other rovers. Some people passing on the boats, of course, are kind of wondering what the hell is happening. But everybody around you who was part of the tarp business, as if you weren't there.
Good plan, Chester.
But how did this not work out? We just go. It's clear, right?
Looks
Where's
like
Annis?
it.
Fine, it's nice out here.
Yes.
Let's just...
At this point, Anisoptera, you've caught up, and Spaz and the other two blurbs have caught up, and they're so happily like nuzzling you and just so happy to see you again.
Hi, buddies.
Yeah. Spaz is if Spaz could make noises.
I assume there's still a driver, right, in the front, and there's like someone drove this. So give me 1 second. Chester's going to go around to the driver's side and just kind of knock on the driver's window.
Right. Perfect. Again, you have to pull up the tarp to see it. They're under the tarp. Literally, even the front part is a tarp.
Yeah.
And you can see there are two what look like grunts in there. You know, the MPD. You know, one of them's got his N for the Noonians. Tattoo. Oh God, this is hit too close to home. Anyway. But yeah, they're grunts. And they're looking forward. And they're both looking straight forward like this. And the tapping the window, the one, the driver looks over to you, over their right shoulder. Look at me. I remembered that UK is going to say. Looks over your right shoulder just for a bit, and gives you kind of a like this, and then continues looking forward as if like
thumbs
all right.
up, tarp back down. We're gonna say, all right, we're clear. Where the fuck are we?
Yeah, perfect.
Why are we covered by a tarp?
Yep.
Why aren't we covered? Like what? It's a delicious tarp. Like we can leave the tarp, Eddie.
Yes.
Like we're gonna let's pull the tarp
the
up
swarm
and
of
just
swarm of blurb
around.
flies. I should mention the swarm of blurb flies that were again looking to follow the high-speed pursuit, basically, that lost track. Now has gone off back towards what they think strange ways. Maybe something happened, and even in the sky, it looks like it's clear for Manchester.
So I'm gonna Chester's gonna pull out his PDF, and I'm gonna use. That's been a day. I'm gonna use my promotion to call my my VTOL buddy and get us a ride out of here.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, Rook Vuel. Yeah, that's right.
Rook's gonna give us a ride.
Nice. That's right. Okay, cool. Rook Vuel. There's a picture of him. Yeah, he's a character there. Okay. PDF. So what this is for once. Okay. Here's what Rook said. It does go through. You feel the buzzing on the tongue there, and then buzzes there, and you can see him, put it in, and you can see him kind of look back and forth and whisper. He says, "You need to stay quiet. You need to stay quiet."
No.
And
great. Does quiet mean you're not picking me up?
Tracers. The tracers are after you.
What is a tracer? I don't know what a tracer. Jack doesn't know what a tracer is. What is?
Of course. Yeah. No one does actually. Chester does. In fact, the rest of you do as well. And let's say that everybody puts it together at once, because also Spaz saw some of bits and pieces. Now Anisoptera is with the group. Unless you want to hold it back, Anisoptera, or are you going to hold back information for any reason of what you saw, or how they looked?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Okay.
The tracers. Yeah, no, I'm gonna describe. Can simple communication? Can I project images to willing people?
I guess if they're basic, the idea of, I guess it gets philosophical, but yeah, true form idea, sure.
Well, I mean more like because I've kind of spoken with Angel over the smoke once or twice, and I'm wondering, can I just share the images I had with him instead of communicating verbally? Can I communicate with him in images?
If you activate one of the abilities, sure,
well,
absolutely.
I've got read mind too, so there's probably some options for, like, cross connection here.
Yeah, so I'll say that
to your mind.
Yes. We'll say that again, as if you even want to like kind of hint at like, hey, because you can't, I don't think, project it unless you have that particular ability. Do you have it to start or no?
I mean, I have simple communication, but I don't know how simple that is.
Okay. No, that's simple communication enough. Yeah, that's simple communication enough. Sure, absolutely. So you're going to give the actual image of what you were seeing. Perfect. Okay, so at this point then, Smoke has seen images or getting images. Engil is getting actual direct images there, and you're explaining it. Oedipus, you're so plugged into pop culture. The minute you hear someone even, Chester even talking about what the hell's tracers, because even he would kind of know, but maybe. You already know. Okay, and here's what the tracers are. Tracers are a group, a very high profile, flashy, look at us kind of group that goes after fourth level beings. That's their thing. They go after flakes and spanners and dunces and the others. Fourth level being or go home. Fourth level beings are ones that again have a mix of 4. They're incredibly rare, like beyond rare, especially with the population in the real world at this point. Like stupidly rare. None of you, and unless it's written specifically into your history, have ever seen a fourth level being in your life up close. You haven't. The statistics say you have not. And that's how rare they.
What are the tracers doing?
Yeah, and the tracers are after. Now, again, that is their thing. They are fourth level being hunters, and again, that's some extra legal kind of, a little bit outside of the law, but they're allowed to work with the MPD if they take care of the problems for the MPD, and it makes them look good. So the tracers have arrived.
All right. So, well, we got tracers on our ass. I don't exactly know where we're gonna lay low. Are we in like a stockyard? Where exactly are we, Alex? It's like
the Rover Fair.
Perfect. Yeah, so you're next to the canal, and this is the perfect time to show you not only what the canal looks like in this little crappy area, but also what floats up and past you guys right now, or towards you guys right now. On the side it says the Cranky Yankee. It's a longboat. All of these are longboats. You're on the canals. Again, they're going north, and they're all heading north, following at least at this part, following the current, which is pretty slow. But this one comes up, and the boats behind it, can sense that it's slowing down, even though it's not supposed to stop, and they kind of go around it. So what you have now very clearly is this longboat coming up here to meet you guys, and you do not see. Let's see. Roll for.
There better be some trackies in there.
Yeah, there is somebody there's somebody manning the rudder in the back. You can hear the pop, 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 pop of probably an old petrol engine. Actually, this is the Cranky Yankee. This one looks old. Okay, let's. I'm trying to think if an int roll. Yeah, some kind of int roll for you guys. Whether, again, it's kind of basic unless you guys want to use it. It's to kind of figure out the surroundings, figure out if you know anything about this boat or the person piloting it, or what the canals are all about. Just based on common knowledge, just roll an int roll. I'm kind of hoping for minor or major effects.
Trained in perception help?
That absolutely, yes, certainly.
Chester got a 6.
Got it. Okay.
Trained in perception, going to spend a level of effort.
Okay, so 3 or above.
3.
Good. Okay.
Engel got 19.
Excellent. Okay, so the minor effect. Good. Okay. And last but not least. Oh no.
11.
11. Okay.
I'm trained in navigation.
That works. Sure. Okay. All you needed really was one minor effect. Wait, Pete, what did you get?
I'm trained in perception, but I only rolled a 5.
Okay. Yes. So you just. Okay, so you didn't. You're trying to figure, because it was standard for you. Because it just dropped 1. You didn't use effort?
No.
Okay, no problem. All right, so with one minor effect, honestly, that's really all you guys need. So Cranky Yankee there doesn't ring a bell. Sorry, who got the 19? Was that you, Oedipus? Got it? Or oh no, it's Engel. Okay, so yes, you no one really recognized what Cranky Yankee is, but you do recognize the fella piloting the boat, and he looks up. He's got his rain gear on now. It's just starting to mist down. It's really ugly, and he pulls back his hood and he looks up, and I think you met Ginnel Gary before, yeah, somebody did. This is Ginnel Gary, who is kind of like usually hired for these odd jobs around the city. So you see him in a lot of places where you don't expect to, because he's pretty plugged in. That's the fella who is piloting your boat, and he looks up and he smiles big. He's got just a few rotten teeth left. He's, you can just see, this is a craves the fix kind of dude. Anyway, that's your pilot, and he smiles big, and those of you who've met him before also realize at this point who it is. And he just smiles and he motions down to the boat as it's passing by, and you guys have 3 rounds to decide whether you're going to jump in or how you're going to jump in, if you want to at all. Otherwise, you can go your separate way, but it's been 3 rounds or so, So what's is anybody stopping for any reason? Are you jumping on? Okay.
Chester's jumping on. I'm like he's going.
Got it. Okay. Yes.
Right here.
Right on.
Got it. Okay. Anybody hesitating at this point?
I don't have any better ideas.
Great. Perfect. Makes sense. Again, you guys have already cleared it. It's out of protocol. The drivers are on your side. This looks legit. Ginnel Gary, you guys actually know, or some of you have met. I forget where. I just remember him.
Might have been our other selves.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if Engel was the one who remembers.
Yeah, I want to say he was outside the
slithy toe
I thought he was outside the factory in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Where the tongueless people were
oh yeah,
good.
Stuff.
Oh
god, yeah. Ginnel Gary Gets Around. That's the name of the children's book that's going to be never coming out. Okay.
The children's book that is not safe for children. That's
yeah. Can you imagine this? Here's my pitch, everybody. Ginnel Gary Gets Around. Can you just imagine that on Reading Rainbow? It's horrific.
See him.
Honestly,
Liverpool.
Mouth closed, maybe.
Yeah. So he does his thing again. He's a shady character, but he does what he gets paid to do, and he he wants to keep getting paid. So if he's the pilot of, or the captain of the boat right now, he's the captain of the boat, and he's obviously getting paid by somebody. Okay, everybody's in. As the last of, don't worry about marching order. As the last of you guys go into, I'll show you the boat again. Go into this area. You go into the front area, the doors. This is what he's motioning towards. You go into the front. You can see there's a little kitchenette. Yeah, it kind of stinks. Everything looks old, but you know what? It's clean enough. It's certainly spacious enough for you guys. This is 3 times the size of the paddy wagon you just escaped from. And honestly, it feels like it's set up for a trip. You can actually see that there are, some crisps laid out, and there's, some, bottles of Enola Cola.
There are 2 bathrooms in this thing.
Truth.
Classier than Wumpy's.
It is. Yeah. As you guys are again looking in, the last of you can see actually out the windows that again they're tilted and have these kind of semi-transparent drapes. You can see that the tarp is pulled off of the paddy wagon. You can hear it start up, and it goes off, and it drives off, and you can see it even go up the banks, probably to meet with an actual road. And you guys have escaped from the MPD, which is freaking awesome. Perfect. And in terms of XP and stuff, after this, we'll deal with it at the end, but like that's a definite milestone. Awesome. You guys are on the Cranky Yankee. And now, again, it's nighttime. It's probably 9 p.m. or so. It's the rain. You can hear it pattering on the outside there. I'll show it again because I just love longboats. They're so rad. They're so rad. Yeah. So you guys are in the cut there. You're going, up the canal. You're heading up the Mersey, and Gilgary is staying, where he's supposed to be, manning the rudder. There's no stopping. When you do look out the windows, you can see that other boats are kind of going next to you for a little bit, and then some are going slower, some are going faster. Basic riverboat traffic at a slow pace, heading north.
At some point, Engel will go back there by where Gilgary is at, and pulls out what's left of this mashed pack of cigarettes, lights one, and he wants to talk to Gilgary about Severo he hit it kind of deal,
Gilgary looks at the smokes there, and those are napalm filters, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, sure.
He's like, napalm filters. Mind if I haven't had one of those all the way through. That's you can just see him kind of salivating a little bit. He's doing everything but jumping on you.
I don't know how long I've had the pack, but I feel like it's a full cigarette, but it might not be completely straight.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
And I don't think he's the guy who's gonna care.
He's not picky. Yeah, he takes it and he's so excited and puts it right in between one of the many spaces there, and he lights up. He takes out his probably stolen lighter and does a little and lights it up and just like this. And again, the rain is slowly coming down. This is the slowest pace you guys have been probably in weeks. I mean, even asleep, you guys don't slow down this much.
Sleep.
Yeah, sleep is for the dead. Yes. And you guys, again, this is safety. Gilgary is guiding you guys. The lamps are lit in the front of the boat, and he looks at you and he says, "Oh, mate, long time no see." Captain Gilgary now. And he's kind of
good your commission, I see. All right.
And how do we know Gilgary?
The consultants do. So
okay.
yeah, but honestly, he's a kind of a known fixture, similar to like Nasty Dave or some of the others. He's kind of a local character who's always involved in these shady jobs somehow.
So you've probably heard of him, even if you've never run into him.
Truth. Yeah.
You got some real interesting friends, Engel.
Angel.
Yeah.
Engel. I said it right. Engel.
Yeah. Gil Gary smiles at this, and now he starts, starts puffing, and now he lifts his hand to the sky like this, and he says, "Beautiful Manchester weather." And of course, it's misty, shitty, cold.
It's like, oh yeah, this weather is garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like everything. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Where
So
exactly
where
is
are
this boat going?
Where are we
Yep.
headed?
You are heading north, and Gil Gary says, "I'm I'm just supposed to head north. Supposed to head north."
Who hired you?
We're staying in the city.
Like, yeah.
What?
Oh, love, I never know. I never ask names. I got an envelope. It had some quid. It had some pretty good quid. I did spend most of it. At this point, he pulls out. You ready for this? 4 bottles of Boomer. I'm really gonna tempt the shit out of you. 4. He has one in his hand. He looks like he's gonna crack that open, and he asks.
Fuck's sake.
And I grab it.
Yeah, you get one for sure. Anybody else want one? He's gonna give them out till they're gone. He only needs one.
Yoink.
Yes.
I've been counting. Is she still?
She has one today. She's already had one today.
Okay.
Now I've had 2.
Now, I also have this blue Pleasureville feather,
Okay.
but I forget what that does. Is that a loop?
Oh, that's a lucid. No, I believe that one's an immersive blue. That one's an actual. It's the soap opera. It's similar to like Cooperation Street or some of the other.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one where like it's like Roy Orbison music in the background meets like Mayberry, but in a really like comforting.
If it was lucid and drug-like, I was going to offer it instead of the 3rd hit of Boomer.
Ah, gotcha. No, a blue feather is not as good as a bottle of Boomer. Okay, I'm making sure. So 2 down, 2 down, 1 to go. Okay, Annis takes it. And that's enough. If you didn't grab it, you didn't grab it, and it goes around. And sorry, you did not get to exceed your limit today, Smoke. But everybody can take this hit of Boomer.
Just a sip.
Nice. And a sip will do it, and everybody is feeling just right. And at this point, Gil Gary, he takes off his rain hood all the way, and you can see he has little patches of hair. I mean, scabs on the top. He keeps scratching at. He's on a whole bunch of stuff a lot, and he seems to quite honestly enjoy it. And he puts his hand to the sky again, and he starts singing, and we'll roll the old chariot along. Na, 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 na. He's doing the sea shanty. He's roll the old chariot along, and we'll all, he's going through. He's slurring his words. He's loving it, but he's trying to change the words now and then. Every once in a while, he hears, "Oh, roll." Then some Captain Gary.
It's like, yeah, I might end up grabbing him by the lapels.
Good.
This is like,
That was my...
1, you need to tell me where we are going.
He says,
And
to
then
the wall,
2,
mate.
I need to figure out where to put my car.
Yes. He says, 1, to the wall, mate. To the wall. And so you're guessing, you guys are heading north. They're talking about going all the way up. Let me show you a map again of
To the window? To the wall?
Yeah, North Manchester.
I caught that.
Say the what?
I
Like
said
to the window, to the walls.
To the wall?
Nice. Good.
Till the Boomer dripped down.
Now, you won't stay on the Mersey for long, but this is this actually the current goes up. Again, the way the channels, some of them have been redesigned and this and that. It does connect, but that it's going north. It's either going to Rochdale, which has two separate big, the wall gates that where the rivers flow through, or Bury, there. Berry. Yeah, it's very berry. And that one is that's also has a kind of a yeah. So it's one or the other. You're guessing. He just knows that he's going to the wall, and he says, "When we get to the Y, we'll know. Fernwood, Fernwood." And now he starts singing, "Fernwood, oh sweet Fernwood."
What the hell's Fernwood?
It's
part
a
of Bury.
Oh, okay, it's in Bury.
Yeah.
Right,
So that actually is this perfect. So that's the spot where it forks, and he'll know at that point whether he's staying to the left and going out the gate of Bury, or if he goes to the right and then goes out one of the other two gates. But they haven't even told him that. That's security.
So we're literally heading to limbo. Guess as good a place as any.
Yeah, I'd say the heat is on. Otherwise,
can I crack out my PDF and try to like, hey, let's hit the little like Vurt LoJack app here and like
you see where your car is?
because I was concerned about them taking it away, I stashed that shillelagh in the trunk. And
yes, I am sorry to inform you. Yeah, it has been impounded. It has been confiscated. You you have somebody on the MPD, or sorry, on the MPD. I'm so sorry. Who was part of the MPD at one point. You still have ways to possibly get it back. It's not totally lost because you still have things, but to be quite honest, it's a side quest to get the car back. But it's not lost, and even if you set up something where you have other people, like you want to pay for it, actually pay for it kind of thing, and figure out other people to do the job and hope it works and get them to get it to a different spot, you do have connections. You may not have to do it yourself, but it's going to have to be something.
And remind him that when I say I will kill him for taking things out of my trunk, I mean it.
Yes. Yep. Again, it's fingers crossed. Fingers crossed is all you can do. Again, you had what 150, officers bearing down at once. It's surrounded, and you guys are now floating safely north in a longboat. Heading up. As far as you can tell, it's going to be another probably at least 8 to 10 hours before you guys actually get to that spot. Let's see. At least I'd say 10 hours to get with the super slow speed, and the fact you guys have to go through the channel locks. You have to do everything everybody has to do. It'll take about 10 hours till you get to Ferndale there. And that will be.
We can rest.
Yep, you certainly can. Oh yeah, 10 hours. Yes, exactly 10 hours. If anybody, you guys feel safe.
Whisper to the DM if they ever look at the chat.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, what we'll do, yes, it is perfect time for a rest. You're right. Exactly. So, yes, you do have 10 hours. You do feel safe here. You do feel that hopefully nothing's going to happen, especially as long as you got your blurbs kind of hanging out in the outside, and as long as Gary keeps taking substances that keep him upright, which he seems to have enough of. You guys can take a well-deserved and healing rest. I will say this for fun before you guys rest. You guys need it too. This boat is stocked out for you guys, and in fact, you guys can see that there is, because you guys need some ciphers for God's sake.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. There is a little lockbox, and there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There are 10 ciphers in it. you guys can split up however the hell you want, but we'll do, everybody's going to roll for 2 ciphers. And I have the augmented one. Perfect. Okay, yes, I have a different table so that it isn't the same one as in the book. Okay, so it's just a little bit different. Okay, so everybody's gonna roll a D100 twice, and as you guys are going sleepy time, you have a little gift on your pillow. 2 gifts.
Chester got a 30 and an 89.
Excellent. Okay, 30 and 89. Set for random. Okay, got it here. 60. Okay. So I'll go in order here. We've got. Okay, so 30 and an 80. So Chester got 30 and an 89. Correct? Yes. Okay, 30. That one's on the main table. Haze. You have you find some chunks of haze. Again, you can roll that up yourself if you want. But if there's an infuser, and there probably is one in this boat, I'll say there is next to the coffee maker or the teapot, the electric kettle. But yeah, it's a chunk of haze, and that's got some good stuff added to it, some good benefits for sure.
There's one on the boat, but Gary's been using it, so you
yeah.
get what you get.
Yeah, it's got some like drying dribble on it. It's some pretty bad shit. Okay, the 89 is on that's on the separate table. Okay, hold on. 89. Oh, a blue feather. The second one. It's called Stop Gear. It's the blue feather. Okay. It has the label on the outside. It has the packaging. It's got a curly-haired, tall, kind of Robo Dogman looking dude on the front. Of the packaging going like this. There's really cool like racing car stripes and racing stripes and racing flags and shit.
Anyone want to trade?
You might. Yeah. Stop. Yeah, I think there might be 1 or 2 of you guys who enjoys automobiles. Yes. Okay.
I'm still sleeping.
Yeah, you will be. Okay. Strict 55 and 13. 55 is on the new. Okay, that's on the different one. 55. Okay, what you see is. Where the hell? Oh. Midnight Zone. A black feather. Wow, you guys are rolling all the feathers. Good. It's a black feather, and also this says Midnight Zone. It's handwritten in like Sharpie. You're guessing it is Midnight Zone. I guess it looks like it's somebody's stash. It looks pretty nice. It's got that kind of shiny purple, like that like the raven feather almost, where you don't know if it's blue or purple or black or what, but it's beautiful. So mark that down, Midnight Zone. Your second one was a 13, which is also in the new one. Flashbang grenade. Awesome. So you have a flashbang grenade on that. Okay, perfect. And then that, again, you can find the stats for that. We'll get to that. Okay, Anisoptera, 46 and 56. 46 is on the old one. Mad Dog 4040. Okay, you got a little bottle of Mad Dog 4040, which is also pretty good, especially if you got dog genetics. Okay, the second one is 56. That is not. That is Goon Juice. And that's another, again, that's got some good properties there. Okay, we'll keep it going here. Engil 49. 49 is also on the old one. Okay, mini black hole. Okay, so that's a good one. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, and just to remind, let's see. Midnight Zone was the name of the first feather, and the second feather, and I'm looking. Stop Gear was the blue. So blue immersive feather was Stop Gear, and Midnight Zone was the black feather. Okay, and you got Goon Juice. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Pete got your ball. Okay, Engel, the 49 was
The mini black
old one,
hole.
mini black hole. Perfect. Okay, and a 6, also in the old one, Auto Doll. Okay. So auto doll, that's another decent one. Okay, last but not least, here we go. Perfect. 72 is on the new one. Okay. 72. Oh, another black feather. Grand bubonica.
Yeah.
It says on. Oh
Sounds
God, it's a
a
gross one.
little extra relevant.
Oh my gosh. Again, I'll show you. This is out of a separate D100. Okay. So yeah, Grand bubonica. Spelled as it is. And your very last thing that you guys pick up, or that you pick up, 92. That is on the new one. Also, oh shit, another feather. Okay,
We're having a party.
yeah. Again, okay. So mirror, mirror. It's a yellow feather.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of the eight ones out of 100 that are. Okay, mirror, mirror. It says in different writing, kind of like shaky penmanship. You know, and that it says mirror, mirror. Again, it looks like you got it. This is somebody's stash. You know, maybe it wasn't left for you guys, to be quite honest. Unless that bothers anybody before they sleep, you can stay awake with your conscience. Otherwise,
I
is
just want to say I found where I wrote my other drugs, and I
huh?
have Mandy, which lets me stay awake for
Ah.
like 4 days. So I'm
Yeah.
not sleeping. I'm gonna rest, but I'm not gonna sleep.
Good. In fact, you know what? You can keep Gary company out there if you want
Yeah,
with
we'll
his
sing
stories.
songs.
You guys can talk all night. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say. Um, yeah, perfect. Cool. And those don't have any major interactions. Boomer and Mandy's are done all the time. There's some of them honestly that have some yucky ones we'd have to deal with. But that's, you're kind of, you're feeling a little bit more balanced, but not really. It's just in the mind, but you rock it. Okay, that is that. You guys got your stuff. Everybody take your rest. Everybody, get yourself, get your points back. Make your recovery roll stuff. And
I've
even you.
also got farm affinity, by the way, so
Oh, you can tell.
that means I can recover faster from bad interactions
Oh, good.
and
Okay.
downsides.
Okay, good. Then I'll say that I'll say because of that, you're able to, even if you want to get your full rest, you can. The 10-hour. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Okay. Everybody is feeling good. 10 hours later, let's see, which would be about, just about the time the sun is rising. You can see that you're getting, you seem to kind of be slowing down. Gary at this point, his eyes are just wide like this. You could tell he's purposely trying to hold them open at this point. He looks ragged, but he's still piloting that boat.
I'm like, you want me to take over?
Oh no, then they won't pay
I'm
me.
not
Then they
sleeping
won't
for
pay me.
4 days.
No. Oh, like Chester's passed out. Never mind.
Yes, exactly. You know what?
At least maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Whoever needs to sleep again. Sleep
Mm-hmm.
sleep is boring.
Nice. He agrees and he says, perfect. Once we either go left or right, I will take you up on that offer. So now we're going into Ferndale. Ferndale is actually, again, the split, where you're going either over, upper. There is, the part in the river where the channel locks go. You can actually see there's a sign with arrows going this way, very Lewis Carroll, kind of thing, a little bit cockeyed, a little bit, you know, this way, that way kind of stuff. But there is there is a best thing to call him Robo Krusty, somebody who's probably pure Robo, maybe Robo Man. Um, if there was flesh at one point, it's kind of fallen off. I mean, it looks like a bad, like, those animatronic things, or or like Hoggle trapped in a locker for decades kind of thing, where it's just disintegrating around. And it's actually standing there or wobbling there next to the signs, and it sees Gary, and it waves up like this, and you see Gary wave back like this, and Gary's, oh, perfect. And then the, Robo Krusty there, you can see he's just grinding his teeth, and then he goes like this, pointing towards the left. You guys are actually going up through Barry, which is actually, again, it's a little shady at the gate, but it's less security than some of the others. Even though it's a nicer area you're going through for part of it, at the end it's probably a little safer to get out. That's why they chose it. Okay. At this point, Gary sits down, cracks his neck, does this thing like this, and he says, "When I was," and he's out. You are now captain of a ship.
I'm the captain now.
And as captain of the ship,
nobody can see me.
Nice.
Operated my own sea vessel.
Yes, I love it. Only you, Pete, would get that reference. Perfect. So you're sailing the seas of cheese north. No, you guys are you're on the canal.
Keeping up my show shadow so that
Mm-hmm.
because we're supposed to stay lay low, and I'm out in the back, so I don't want people to notice who I am.
Okay, so you know that if it looks like nobody's piloting it, then that will draw attention, because everybody's going nice and slow next to you, and people are on the banks, this and that. Or if you want to change or
no, well, yeah, I'm gonna put my tracky kind of rolled up around my waist.
Got it. Okay.
And
okay.
So it's not off, because I wouldn't do that, but it's less obvious.
Okay.
And I prop Gary up so his hand is on the tiller still.
He allows you to. He's out. He's out like a trout. Yeah.
But Perfect. Then I just kind of turn the chair he's in back and forth to steer.
Oh, no chair. No chair.
No chair.
No, his hand is up like this. He looks like Weekend at Bernie's there. But yeah, you have to stand up in those. There's no way to sit down. Not in that tiller. So yeah, but hell, you've got the energy. It looks like there's somebody next to you, and honestly, you feel good enough that you don't really look, especially if you don't show shadow. You're just chugging along. So far the motor's been doing really well too. Yeah, it's belching black smoke from time to time, but so what?
Yeah.
Right?
Like smoke.
Right. No one will notice in this Manchester air. Okay, sun is coming up. You can tell, but it's still the gloaming. It's still the hazy, misty, shitty, weather. And it's cold, and it shouldn't be, but it is. So that is that. And you're heading. You're not going to go wrong as far as the direction. There really is.
I don't crash into the bank.
Right.
Just go forward.
Speed roll now. I won't make you do it for every round, but we'll break it into 3 chunks of the battle, because there's still that one was 10 hours. It's another 6. 5. There's another 6. So let's say every 2 hours, I'll make you, as long as you're captain of the ship, until Gary gets up. You're gonna have to just make a speed roll, just from the occasional, Can
I use navigation for this?
No, unfortunately, because luckily you don't need to navigate. You're just avoiding. So, yeah, just the first one to see. You fail 2 of these, well, you're gonna have to repair this thing before it sinks. But otherwise,
because of the boomer.
Perfect. Okay, great. It's challenging. Now it's down to difficult.
No,
12.
the wrong way.
Oh, 15 to 18. Oh, of course. Dig it. 18. You want to use some effort? Anybody else? Everybody's awake at this point as well. So if anybody wants to offer advice or support, I'll also take that, even if it's backseat driving that isn't wanted. I'll still take it.
Only we had some people who are drivers.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well,
if you want
it's a
backseat
boat.
driving and like unnecessary advice, then yes, you can.
Oh,
You
You need
came
to aim
to
where
the
you're
right.
planning to be 500 yards ahead, not because you're
Nice.
going to. There's a ramp there.
I'm
There's a
piloting this thing like it's a
dock,
blur.
and
yes.
Oh wait, no,
And it's a boat. That doesn't really.
I can't actually do boats. I can only do car, truck, or motorcycle.
True. Okay. Well, okay. So I'll give you an asset, even though it's conflicting
Can
good
I?
and bad advice.
mine says all driving tasks.
Ooh.
Wait, it's
That
not. You
works.
don't drive a boat. There's a problem. You steer a boat.
True. Although I wonder if I have anything for
wrote this
piloting boats. Yeah,
I
this
don't
is.
think you
I
do.
that might have been what the part that Pete. Yeah, I think Pete.
Does it have a
did-
neural link?
Yeah, that was
Can
Pete's
I-
fault somehow.
There's a neural link in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
like 1 horsepower like outboard motor.
Yeah.
That's on
Oh
the
no,
back.
this is an old petrol mode. This is about as lo-fi as you can get. Yeah.
I'm,
Uh,
I am trained in navigation. Can I use that to assist her?
No, unfortunately,
we're
Oh,
both
it's a
trained
speed
in
roll.
navigation, and this
Yeah.
is going forward.
Yeah, there's no way to get lost, and even that. This is literally like something that only has to do with the boat. So go for it. It
But you're
already
trying
dropped
to
down.
avoid ramming it into something, so it's speed defense.
Yes, exactly. Or
See,
being
that's
Yep. Hitting an eddy. Okay, so it's down to 15 without effort with 1 asset. Do you have any other assets that'll work or effort that you're going to spend?
No, I think it'll be funnier this way.
Okay, perfect.
I'm drunk. I'm not putting extra effort into this.
I love it.
I got
15.
a 5.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to use XP, or are you going to save that XP for something else?
Oh, I'm saving my XP.
Good. Okay. You tap hard against the boat next to you, which you probably think is great. But everybody else, again, is jolted. And there's another longboat. You can't even see what it was named because your boat is scraped off. You have paint damage as well, but your boat is scraped off a large portion of all the paint and everything. Is starting to splinter. No one's gonna sink.
I'm
But
like,
at the same
oh,
time,
sorry about that, and I lean over and I just spray paint it.
nice. Yes, and so the people, and their longboat. We're now in Barry, and Barry is, known. Like now, all of a sudden, you're realizing that all the houses and everything along the banks are really beautiful, well kept. There's like geese out there, and some like this is a pretty high class area. You've bumped into like Mr. and Mrs. Howell basically at this point, and they are, yelling, oh, trash, river trash, just everything they can at you, and they kind of bounce off, and they get stuck. Another boat kind of bumps them, and you've caused chaos that's now happening behind you, and you're going forward. But that is out of the 3 total.
I'm
That
like, don't
one
be
is a
mad,
no-no.
I fixed it.
Perfect. Okay, so now second bit of our again, it's up to you guys. You're just floating that way unless you want to do anything otherwise or prepare anything else. As far as you know, you're just being escorted quietly out of the city.
We could just park and get off.
No,
It's
they
nice
won't.
here. I bet there's lots of good stuff to steal.
Yeah, you could slow it down really slow and jump out and grab stuff and jump back in. But you also, even as inebriated as you are, probably realize they may have their own private security in this area. They may not need to wait for the MPD. So it's up to you. But that is
So we could hit them extra hard.
yeah. Now, you feel it would be pretty difficult for you to navigate your way over there for that. But it could be done. I'll wait for the next roll if you want to make that happen. The next 2 hours. Okay, is anybody, as far as like reaching out to anybody? It's probably 8. It's 8 a.m. at this point. It's still crappy weather, but still quiet.
Oh, hey,
Anything?
I forgot I have hand to eye, which gives me an asset to tasks involving manual dexterity.
Okay, that counts. Would that have done it or no?
Oh no, I got a 5.
Okay, never mind. Yes, but okay, yes, that would absolutely count. Okay. So unless anybody says anything else, we're gonna do the second of the three not navigation rolls, but speed defense roll, basically. You know, not knowing how the hell to drive a longboat in the canal roll. Okay, second one here. You have the asset of conflicting, you know, backseat driver advice, as well as that other asset that you said. So it's now 12 or above, unless you want to use effort. You're gonna just go for it.
I'm just going
Beautiful.
for it.
All right. I like this.
I've got the asset from hand to eye and from the helpful advice.
Yeah, exactly. So 12 or above.
No, left.
Yeah.
7. That's better than I rolled
Excellent.
last time.
Got it. Okay. So yes, now at this point, yeah, at this point, maybe you were trying to get over closer to actually maybe park and get out and jump. But at this point, you realize that
there was like a house that looked like their door was open, like
it was
a little bit, and
it
was perfect.
It was perfect. And as you start to slow down and you know actually go up against that part, as if you're about ready to moor, you see people come out of the house there with these long poles. They probably have to do this from time to time, and they just poke poke the boat off into the center harmlessly away. There's no way you can jump there. And then of course, you're causing chaos, but that's the second one you didn't. So now you you sure are. The boomer's wearing off at this point, unfortunately, really unfortunately, because that means you've already failed 2 of the 3. So at this point, the last 2 hours getting close, you guys can feel that there's something wrong with the motor. It's getting kind of just, it's missing missing some sounds that were there before, and it also feels like you're getting lower in the water. It says 2 out of 3. Okay, so you're getting lower in the water. The cranky Yankee is taking on water, folks. And
sitting down in the kitchenette like, why are my shoes wet?
Yes, exactly. Yep, that's exactly it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor to play with you this
evening. we go. Of course. Yes. So the yes, this boat is getting lower. Does anybody have any repair anything? Can you repair? Because
I have tinkering with devices.
You have what?
Tinkering with devices.
Oh, yeah, that works.
I repair vehicles.
This counts. It is a vehicle, just like driving technically counts.
Oh, well, in that case, anyhow. Yeah, so I'm specialized in repairing vehicles.
Okay, so both of you guys, we'll do two rolls. Both of you get to roll using your assets. So it's
effort as well. Is that intellect repair or is it might or speed?
Int.
Intellect usually.
Yeah.
So 2 levels.
Okay, perfect. So it's just demanding right now, 9 or above.
Yes. 3. Okay. 12.
Got it. Okay, so that counts. Okay, now Pete, you roll for tinkering with devices.
Okay.
It's also 15 challenging. Are you going to drop it? Anything?
I'm going to spend a level of effort.
Okay, so difficult 12.
Okay. 15.
Excellent. Okay, so 2 successes. Okay. Both of you guys end up repairing the hole that was caused probably 4 hours ago, that no one noticed or checked for, obviously. You repair that. The motor, which is the second problem, you also are able to tinker, and you guys are able to, it's a motor after all, and you're able to repair it. And you guys get to the gate. at the gate, this is the wall gate, and the wall gate is the big, one of these huge, almost looks like it has, the portcullis with the spikes kind of thing at the top, but it also has, info beams going everywhere. It has, inspectors on both sides. MPD is in charge of this particular gate. Sometimes they aren't. They are here, and you can tell that the nice area. The nice neighborhood has just gone from beautiful to shite, like within 100 feet. And the last, 500, feet to the gate there is just, it's a jumble of, it was probably like, because things have to keep moving. And if something has to stop, there's going to be chaos. So you guys are going towards it. You see one of the inspectors, they kind of go by the boats with the clipboards. And the one approaches your boat. You guys are 6 boats, maybe 7 boats from the end.
I am getting under one of the, I assume one of those couch benches in the front room is like a hollow space with storage in it.
Yes.
That's a common thing on a boat.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for something like that, and I'm going in there.
Oh, got it. And you're the size of you're human size, right? You're small humanoid size, right?
Like I'm from head to tail on human length, but you can, my body size isn't full human size.
Okay, then that's fine. That makes sense. Sure. Again, anybody who's
cheeky, I can curl up.
Yeah, anybody who's in the boat and wants to stay in the boat, unless you guys go up, or they come in, which is a possibility actually. You're not seen. So in other words, you're only seen if you want to, or if they come on the boat. Okay, and they don't come on the boat unless there's a problem. So as they wave to you, Smoke, Ginnel Gary gets up, and he's rubbing his eyes, he's trying to figure out what's going on. He's trying to get his bearings, this and that, and you can just tell he's got the worst hangover ever.
Did you know boats don't go in a line
he says
by themselves?
He says, shh, please. Like this, and just going like this. Yeah, he is worthless right now. And the inspector goes to you and says, of course, condescendingly, "Oi, love, what? How many people aboard?"
I mean, there's us.
On board. Okay, 1, 2. Any on board? He points down to the cabin. He's just taking notes. Any below?
Yeah.
Any below?
Yeah. Jeez, don't yell at me, man.
Listen here. I'm an official inspector. I've been given authority by those people over there, and I will not have my authority questioned. I have a clipboard. Oh, excuse me. I have a clipboard. I have a pen.
I said I could tell you were given authority by somebody. I can tell you're authoritative or whatever.
Nice. Roll for something. roll for have fun. No, some social roll. Yeah, either you're gonna offend the shit out of them right now, or you're gonna get out of it. Do you have anything that'll help? Again,
I've got empathy. I'm good at relating to people.
Okay. Are you the boomer's worn out at this point, so it's not the social tasks are okay. Again.
No, social tests were.
Oh, actually helped. That's right. That's right.
Tests.
Right. Okay.
Anyway,
yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you're worn off. So yeah, you're going to try to convince them that you were not giving lip, or
like
something.
I get it, man. You're stuck here doing this job, and people give you lip. Shit, I hate it when people give me lip.
You can see his pen just hovering over it as you roll.
I'm a little hungover now.
Yep. But luckily, you have that pharmaphilia.
I got a 9.
That counts. It's demanding. Okay. Just barely, by the way. So you had to, yes. He looks at you. He kind of squints. He glares. He looks at Ginnel Gary. Ginnel Gary looks at him and holds it back. He makes it okay.
I like aim Gary over the opposite edge.
Yep. In fact, In fact, Ginnel Gary, he's ready to. He doesn't know if he's going to, but he feels safer and better there. So does everybody. He says, "All right, go on," like this. And at this point, the boat's getting closer. Now you can see the shadow boxes, which are part of the MPD, with their orange info beams. You're only 5 away from the front now, and they go through and they go over the boat. And they go by the windows and they scan each window, scan. They go into the cabin and then through the other side of the cabin. They have a fly through that they're told they're allowed to do, and that is what they plan to do. Okay, as it gets close, let's have everybody roll to hide somewhere, and tell me.
Chester's asleep. Does he roll to hide, or
they would wake you up right now?
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way, because if you're not awake and hiding at this point, you guys are going back to strange ways. So here's the thing. Let's have everybody choose one spot in there that's realistic. Pete, you already have this planned out, so you're already in that good spot there. There is another one that looks just like it, as you see the other orange bench. Everybody else has to figure out, literally by looking at this picture here, where you guys are going to hide, and then we're going to have either have it be an int roll.
Does the kitchen cabinet can it hide a full person?
How big are you?
Average.
No. Not really. If you're average, if you're a little below average, it'd be different. I think everybody's.
Okay. In that case, I'm assuming that these are cheap beds, like an IKEA bed. So I'm going to flip the mattress off. Should be slots down there.
Yes, there are.
Pick out slots, pull the slots out for me, have someone put the mattress on.
There are, and that's exactly what it works. You can tell that both those beds side by side have the same thing. You don't know about that for the other beds, but certainly those small little ones in the main room are the little cheapos. So yes, so there are now 3 open spaces that everybody has identified, at least as being able to crawl in, unless you guys want to choose differently.
Well, before I was kind of thinking that I might have tried to help Ennis find like that bench that he got under, because it's like,
perfect.
Oh, put him under there, and like Engel would sit on it. Like, no,
yes.
Nobody in here. But I think this sounds like Engel gets into the other bench.
That probably makes sense. Good. Yes, you do. So you two are in the orange benches there. Oedipus, you are under the IKEA breakaway. There is another IKEA breakaway here, but there are 2 more people. So either one of you finds a new hiding space, or, well, yeah. So what's
so the scan
the toilet
there? So the scan, like, is it going like what I want to do is hang off the side in the water to get off the boat itself, but I don't know if I have time to get like off the side now.
Unfortunately, there's so many eyes in the sky, and with the info beams, they would see you.
Okay. I'm gonna get under the large center queen there.
Okay, that one does not have a breakaway thing, but
anything has a breakaway thing if you smash it.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, this one's full of water. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? That's true. And honestly,
there's like 3 regular size beds left.
Right, but those are not. I mean, unless you like, they don't have the shitty breakaway thing. But you know what? If you smash it and and then just still put the cover over it and shit like that, that's fine. You're gonna ruin it, but so what?
Yeah, don't give a fuck. Chester does that.
Exactly. Okay.
I'm also trained in stealth, so when we do the roll.
Good. Okay. Perfect. Yes. And then let's see. So is everybody hidden? Smoke, Oedipus, Anisoptera, Engel is next to Anisoptera, and then Chester. Good. Okay. So now you guys can hear. Let's see. And Smoke, you're going down. No, Smoke. You're talking above. What am I saying?
Yeah, like.
So never mind. Sorry about that. No,
Smoke just runs and puts a sheet over their head.
Right.
Ah, you can't see me.
Yeah. So yes. Sorry about that. So yes, there is. Actually, you have a breakaway too. Don't even need to smash anything to draw attention,
He's smashed
Chester.
it anyway.
Perfect.
He's Chester.
Yeah, yeah.
There it
Like,
is.
they already know I'm out here, basically. Although
Yes.
not with the info beam.
Yes, true. Perfect. Okay, so you guys are yeah, you're in okay, so now it
Yeah.
slows down.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna like
inspector.
pull a big the captain's hat. I'm gonna pull it over my face.
Okay.
And like,
Okay. All right. Again, info beams.
They'll never catch me.
Right, especially with info beams. Now info beams get everything from it's like facial recognition on crack.
Actually, I'm gonna turn to smoke.
Okay, they will see that. They will okay, unless you feel if you do that, they will see somebody they're talking to turn into smoke. There's so many eyes on you guys right now. It's up to you. You want to do it? We can do it. Ginnel Gary's Weekend at Bernie's there.
Don't do it.
I thought he woke up.
No, he did. He's over the side, but
I saw. I turned to him and I'm like, "So what's your plan for the beams?"
He says, "I'm clean. I'm clean. That's why they keep hiring me. I'm clean." So yeah, Ginnel Gary actually doesn't have a record, or if he did, it was taken care of.
That's not a good plan.
Yeah. So as you're considering that, the fly through goes through. So the beam starts. So the shadow box goes around and it's gonna do the fly through. So the doors are open. It's gonna fly through the cabin and up towards you guys, and you'll be the last person it goes to. So everybody now roll. If you have the stealth thing, roll for that as well. Everybody roll an int based roll of something that's appropriate to see if you do it. This is difficult, so I'll let you know ahead of time. It's a 12. So if you want to use effort, you can. No one can help each other really at this point, but if you have ability, so just let me know, and then we'll roll for it. It's an int roll.
I'll spend a level of effort.
Okay, down to 9.
Yeah, I'll spend 1 level of effort.
Considering how I've been rolling, I will spend 2 levels of effort.
Smart. Smart.
I'm trained in nothing that matters.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, guys, make those rolls.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend an XP.
Okay. Yeah, might be.
And I'm going to spend an XP.
19.
And I'm gonna spend an XP.
Okay. Wait. With the you already spent an XP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had to spend an XP to get the reroll.
Correct. So you got a minor effect. So what? Before anybody else spends an XP to reroll, that already counts. That minor effect will count. So you will not have to reroll even if you failed the first one. So minor effect for that on the second roll, or on the reroll. So who failed? Who got? Again, it started at 12. If you have something that knocks it down, or you want to use effort,
so I spent 2 levels of effort and I'm trained in stealth. So started
3.
at 12, 3,
Yep,
and
so
I got
3
it.
or above. Great, excellent. Okay.
I spent 2 levels. I'm not trained, but I rolled an 8.
Wait, it's a difficult. Wait. Yeah. 8. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it's 6 or above at that point. Yep.
Okay.
Good.
I spent a level of effort, which brought it to 9. I failed. I have XP to reroll.
But
I don't know what I'm doing right now.
But the minor effect that Rob got from that roll means you do not have to reroll. Though somebody doesn't. So yes. So that hiding spot that yeah, it worked out. Okay. It zooms through. You can feel, you can hear it, the buzzing. You can hear the slithering mixed with propeller sounds, mixed with hissing and smoke. Because again, these are shadow boxes. They're dream snakes inside of this hovering smoke-filled aquarium that zips around shooting orange beams to catch info. All right, so that's what's flying through. all of you past that. Now it's going up, and it gets Gary, who's right in front of you, Smoke, and it goes back and forth, and he kind of, hits his eyes, and he kind of does this, but he seems fine. It's just doing, and now you're gonna do anything before it hits?
As it starts doing, I'm like, oh man, that's so bright. I got a hangover. Oh.
I'm sure they've never heard that before.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Are you persuading them not to info beam you because you have a hangover? I'll say that that's an immortal task. And if you can bring it down and make it, you'd have to bring it down 1, 2, 3 steps even to make it, possible. To bring it to an 18. It's a 27. But you want to bring it down and use some effort.
I wanted, like, the info beam just not to be able to quite recognize me because my face is covered. But if I can convince them not to.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only way, because it won't just let people pass without scanning. Think of it as like the ultimate, like the worst airport really intense and strict airport security. They won't just let you pass because there's a crowd. And if you slow them down too much, they'll pull the boat off to the side so that the other boats don't crash into it. So it is an immortal task. If you want to bring it down, you can and roll. Otherwise, if you have a few seconds before that orange info beam hits you in some way.
I gotta step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Do it.
I'm gonna try being very pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trained in empathy.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Okay, I'll bring it down to. It's now down to 24. You're heroic level now. You want to spend effort?
Yes. I'm going to spend.
This is int, by the way.
Let's see. How many int do I have left?
Wow. This is such a gutsy roll. This is
awesome. All right, so it's 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 minus 3. Because I have 3 intellect edge. So that's 2, 4, 6. That's 6 intellect, 4 levels of effort.
Can you use more than 3?
I'm tier 4.
Of course, you're tier 4. Okay, sure. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
4, and then empathy.
Which I counted it. Yes.
And
okay.
I'm kind of hiding behind Gary a little bit.
Okay.
Who also looks super hungover for like an.
True. I'm gonna say this: we can do no re-rolls on this one. Any immortal task is like a one-shot, cross your fingers. You're at a difficulty 12 right now. You've dropped it crazy amount. Dropped from 27 to 12. I think you can do it. If you don't, everybody else can hear the buzzing of the shadow boxes. They're coming in. Gary is holding his breath. Go for it.
Oh no, I got a 5.
Okay.
I've been trash all night.
So the info beam.
You're actually rolling a d20 every time or a d6?
Exactly.
That's a good question.
Yes. But honestly, it was fucking valiant. Here's a GM intrusion. Now's the time to do it. Your info beam has been picked up. You can tell that it's reading, it's stopping, and it's now processing information, and the other one's next to it processing. You know that they're going to find out. The GM intrusion is this. If you can get the XP, how do I say this? You can get the XP by giving yourself up to the MPD, and you'll get the XP, or you can pay an XP, and we make the race for the 200 yards through cops to get to the gate and hope that there's nothing major on the outside, which there often isn't, but they'll still chase you out. So what you want to do? Do you want to give yourself over, or are you the captain of the ship?
I I yell, Captain Smoke! And I
Nice.
jump onto the roof and I start running and I like try and like dive forward like off to the like onto like jumping on different boats, and I'm gonna try and get past the thing, and I would like an XP, please.
Yes, you can definitely have it, and you and everybody gets it. So everybody gets another XP. She earned that for y'all. Okay. Yes, that is. So everybody gets an XP. So you're going to be doing a speed roll right now, just to jump from one to the other. If you're jumping from those, again, you can re-roll. I'll just say it's difficult because you're already got the adrenaline. So 12 or above.
All right, so I'm trained in both running and jumping, which I'm doing to.
You say you're trained in boat running and jumping?
That
That would be perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna activate hand to eye again, which gives me an asset to dexterity. And then I'm gonna do it.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, hand to eye.
Okay, do it.
Hand to eye coordination. So I can like, aim my jumps better, more dexterous, avoid people.
Okay.
Jump on some heads. I got a 10.
Do it.
That's at least bigger than a 6.
6, good. Okay, so you're standing up. At this point, can you guys hear me all right?
Yep.
Okay, yes, because I'm off the headphones. So, okay, so at this point, the shadow boxes, the 2 shadow boxes that were there, and the officers, there are 4 on each side. 4 on each side, 2 inspectors, and 2 shadow boxes. Okay, so 4 grunts on each side. They look bored. They're already kind of seeing if something's happening. But that's about where you're at. One of the inspectors definitely is already yelling and screaming and pointing. The one and the one on the other side of the bank is also again trying to figure out what's going on. And they just see someone jumping from boat to boat, screaming "Captain Smoke," and all of this. And I'm gonna say this: as this is happening, they're letting the other boats pass by. They went through the boat. Ginnell Gary's clean. They did not see anything. You guys were hidden. You guys are floating past. You guys can at least feel that, you can hear that there's motion outside, but you're floating past. You're floating towards the wall gate. Now you, Smoke. Okay. Right now you're on top of a boat that's next to you. I'll just say it's a regular long boat. They're all long boats, but I mean, similar size to the Cranky Yankee. Cranky Yankee is off, to your right. You've already jumped over and not fallen in. Now, to your left, like I said, there's grunts and an inspector, and then in the middle there are the shadow boxes hovering above, and on the right, the same number of grunts and inspectors. So, okay, what are you doing as everybody's focus looks directly at you, Captain Smoke, with her arms up?
I pull my trackie back around on, because if they're gonna know who it is, they're gonna know who it is.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, just so I'm clear, like we can't see any of this, right? We're all hiding.
No,
we
you
have
can
no idea
hear.
what's going on.
Hear lots of yelling.
Yeah, you can hear, and honestly, Chester, you probably know more of what's going on just based on the type of commotion. You can tell something's gone down. You can also tell that your boat is not. Everybody can tell the boat's not being pulled off to the side. It's still moving forward. But
I'm saving you guys. You're welcome.
Yeah, pretty much.
And also, like, Smoke thinks she can't die.
Right, of course.
Her experience with Takshaka, where she remembers coming back to life every time.
Yes, absolutely. Yep, you're absolutely acting within total reason for character. Yes. So the shadow boxes above you. There we go. Okay. So you're going to roll. Both of them bring out their little. They have their taser, like nematocysts that stick out and fill you full of electricity. They're right above you. They're the only ones who can actually reach you at this point. You're in the middle of the river or the canal heading out. Okay, first one is going to be, so you're going to roll a speed defense roll for the first one. And it is based on, okay, no, sorry, it's a PDF. Okay, yes. Okay. Go for it.
I would like to have my blurb flies help me, like by distracting them, running interference.
Okay, I'll say that it'll work for the first one, and the other one will learn and immediately, because they're really high tech, really high tech. But so the first one, yes, you can get that that asset for the speed defense roll. Okay, so it's down to, okay, so the first one, it shoots it out and it goes towards you. You can actually see them coming towards you. Little wires with little barbed hooks.
All right. I don't have nearly as much speed to spend. Let's see, so I'll do 2. You know what? I'm not going to do any effort because... Okay, 1 level of effort. 1 level. We can do that.
Okay, so 6 or above.
So that minus 2. 18.
Excellent. Okay, good. Okay, that first one you got. Okay, your blurbs go all over. The second one recalibrates off to the air, and now decides to take its action to turn towards the blurb flies and focus on the 3 in the sky there.
No!
Yep. So that's its action. Okay. Up for your action again. They're above you. I don't know what you can do.
All right. I see that they were gonna try and attack my blurbs, and I want to jump up and like spray paint like their lenses.
Okay. That is okay. That would be very, very, very difficult. But you're trained in jumping, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll say that only because of that you're going to be able to do that, but okay. Difficult. Okay, so it's still difficult, but you're trained, so now it's just demanding. And this is to hit that first one. Go for it.
All right. So this is to hit the one that's going to try and hurt my blurbs.
Right, and I'm doing a difficulty task just because it's more of an action or task. And
I got a 9.
That works. 9. Okay. Okay. You paint 3 stripes, and you know what? Yeah, it sprays it right there, and one of them now does not have. It now starts to kind of zip around, and it's trying to move back and forth, as if it's something blocking its vision. It doesn't quite realize. So one of them's out of commission. Okay, top of the next round.
My vision is impaired. I cannot see. My vision is impaired. I cannot see.
Nice. Okay, so we're now in round 2. Those of you in the boat, again, can hear this stuff from the outside, but also know that you're floating even closer, almost there to what was probably the wall gate and hopefully freedom, at least for you guys. But you can hear Smoke, Captain Smoke, yelling at the top of her lungs out there.
You'll never take me alive, coppers!
Perfect.
Yeah, but they're gonna take you dead. So Chester's breaking out of his hiding place. This is a bad idea.
It is. Good. Okay. Perfect. So for you to get out of your hiding place and up onto deck is going to take 1 round. Just it will. And once you can plan what you're going to do so that when you do arrive there on round, and you can even tell as you're running, and I'll say that, by the yelling and by the buzzing and the sounds of the shadow boxes and everything, what's happening. So you'll be able to react, with intel.
As I'm running, I'm activating partially there.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool, good. Maybe I see where this is going. If I don't, I usually don't. Never mind. Okay, that's half the fun. Yes, okay, you can do that. Okay, so now back up top here, and those of you also in the boat here that, Chester grumbling and flipping a mattress and stomping, and then all of a sudden that kind of hissing, weird sound that precedes his partially there. Okay, up top, they go first. Okay, the first one there cannot see, but it is going to try to attack the blurb flies. I'm going to have you roll for the blurb fly, or because you're controlling them, even though it's you roll for the blurb flies just as a group. It's attacking them, even though it can't see, so it's even easier for you and the blurb flies. So okay, so it's a speed defense roll, 9 to 6. So honestly, it's just a 6. You have to roll 6 or above. This one's pretty easy. The other one, not so much.
I did not.
Okay.
But I'm gonna spend an XP.
Got it. Makes sense. Good. Smart, because it's more than tasers. They're aiming at that.
That's much better.
Got it. Okay. You hear a pop sound, and then they have what the equivalent of like air cannons, similar to like, what is it? Not No Country for Old Men. Where's the one with an air cannon, an air shot goes out, a bulletless projectile. It would have blown apart a blurb fly, but it goes off to the side. Okay, second blurb fly, which is focusing on, the second shadow box that was focusing on the blurb flies and has already turned, now attacks you. Another speed defense roll. They're not shooting at you anymore. They're shooting at the blurb flies. Same thing, except this is one, yes, same thing. Say it's the same. Demanding, yes, okay. Go for it. There you go. So it's
14.
12. Okay, good. 12 or above. So it also goes right to the side, and these blurb flies are all over the place. They're helping each other. There's this and that. So now you can hear the sounds of the.
Yes, get a good angle on this.
Yes, perfect. And before you act, you can hear the, and they're pulling stuff out of their back. You're in a gauntlet right here. But again, they'd have to fire towards each other, or at least down. It's not as straightforward as you'd think, but anyway, but that there's 4, 5 on each side.
The next boat.
Yes. Okay, so it is now your turn. And what are you going to do? Again, you have one that's blinded. They're both still the same height above, and one of them's even easier to hit if you want to hit it. Or, I mean, you can reach out and actually touch the other one if you, or jump up and touch the other one if you had to. It's right above you. They definitely, yeah. The protocol is to let the hovering shadow boxes take care of anything that's in the middle of the canal, and then either push them off or push them in or something to deal with the ones on the side.
All right.
Okay.
Shadow boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They have mines.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, they're flying robo-shads technically, mounted with glass tank with a glass tank that imprisons the dream snake. Yeah, it's the dream snake is parasitized. It's Vurt nature fueling the shadow box in an unknown way. Yeah, they're pretty badass.
Well, when I mind punch it?
Yeah, you could, absolutely.
I can do up to 3 targets at short range. If one of the cops on the side counts as short range, I'll get one of them too.
Short range is...
So the immediate is melee range, and short range is little.
Was it 10 feet?
Something like that.
Yeah, they're
It might
farther.
be a little bit more than that, but hang on.
Is it
Yeah.
50? Because
It
they're
might
probably
be
about.
like up to 50. I was sorry, I was walking around looking at it earlier.
Yeah,
But
I feel like
Yeah.
because
short range is generally less than 50 feet, 15 meters or so.
Huh.
Excellent. Yes. Then yes,
You're in
they
this
are.
handy book full of all kinds of art.
I stole my copy. Yeah. Nice.
Well, in that case, I'm going to spend 2 extra intellect points to get all 4 of them. And I'm going to.
Got it. On the left or the right?
Like all there's. I thought there was like one guy on either side, and then 2 shadow boxes.
No, no. There's flesh cops. There's the grunts. There's 4 grunts total. 1, 2 on each side. Yeah, that's 2. Set up there.
Can the rest of us hiding hear what's going on? Like, can we hear our companions that jumped out?
Yes.
I'm
You
yelling
can hear
stuff
that.
about having escaped.
Yeah.
Alone.
There's 4. There's 2 grunts and an inspector on each side of the river, and then 2 shadow boxes above you. And the 4 total grunts, 2 on each side, have long arms or long arms, weapons.
You said long arms.
Yeah,
They're so
yeah.
long.
Yes. So all 4 of them do. The inspectors do not. The inspectors are just shouting. So you have 6 people total on either side, and then 2 shadow boxes above. 3 on each side, 2 above.
All right.
And they're yelling, and they're starting to hit some sirens, and they're starting to. Everybody around you, all the other boats are
you
now.
may still have my friends, but I'll come back and save them.
Nice.
You can't
Thanks.
keep me
The
down.
rest of us that were hiding really appreciate that.
Nice. So nice. So what's your
like,
attack?
I'm saying like you're still in custody.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you
So they
said
can
wait.
look
You
for
said
you.
you can hit up to four targets.
I can hit any number of targets as long as I have enough intellect, which I don't.
Okay. 4 of them are armed, 2 on each side, and then 2 of the shadow boxes are busy dealing with the stuff above. So it's up to you. You
All
feel
right.
less threatened by the yelling inspectors with clipboards.
Yeah, I do. All right, I'm gonna get the 4 guys with the guns.
Okay.
That'll be 5 intellect points. -3 is 2. And I'm trained in mind punching.
Okay.
That was one of my training.
But is this a mind? So this is a mind punch. This is okay, and you're trained in it. Okay.
Yeah, you
then,
can train in your special abilities instead of a skill.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, so these are okay. So these are shadow cops. Yes. Okay. This is a shadow. Okay. Perfect. So drops it down 1. Okay. Go for it. So it is. So to hit them, you'll have to. You can do it all in one roll, but to hit all 4, you said, and then spend your thing. But it's going to be a roll there to see if you hit.
Let's see. I got a 5. Let's try
Not
that.
so much. Yeah, it's 12 or above.
Start spending XP.
Look, I saved my XP for now. I got an 18.
Okay.
That counts. Okay. The mind punch, I'm going to say, hits them all at once, and it hits them enough to the point. And how much damage does it do? It's like a 4 point.
4 intellect damage, and then the 18 I think gives me an extra damage.
Yeah. Wait, no, 19. What? Yeah. Okay, so 4 intellect damage, and the mind punch is enough for them all to at least bring the guns that were up down, and then reach for their eyes, and you could see blood coming out of ears and nose of one of them. That was a good one. And the shadow boxes again are still going after the others. Okay, top of the round again. Now, at this point, Chester is going to be top of the list because you can pop out on up, on deck there to act first for this, before the shadow boxes above and before the people on the side. Okay, so what you doing as only the inspectors really are the ones looking right now, and the shadow boxes are busy above, and the other 4 grunts are holding their eyes and head and trying to shake it off. And if you guys make it, I'm gonna honestly, I shouldn't say that, but like maybe
I'm going.
You're one round away from the wall gate, and fingers crossed after that. But
just hide.
You're close.
Yeah, so I'm gonna activate work the friendship. Just what to say to draw a little extra effort from an ally. This grants one creature an immediate action. So basically, I'm gonna scream encouraging words at Smoke and give her another thing she can do while we try to pass this round.
Excellent. And you're partially there as you come up.
Yeah.
So no one is, and all the confusion, I'm saying that no one has sights on you. Beautiful. Yeah. Good. Okay. So Smoke, before they attack, what are you gonna do?
So then I'm gonna like leap to the next boat and try and get further out of range of them, and like draw their attention further away from our boat.
Now at this point, there's only a few boats in front of you going out the gate.
Yeah, I actually want to get.
You're in the middle.
Wall, so
yeah. So are you jumping to the boat in front of you, or the?
Yeah. I'm going towards the wall.
Okay. Okay, so you can, yes, let's say that you can take that action, make a speed roll just to see if you don't slip. I'll say it's difficult with all this shit going on around you. So 12, you're trained in jumping, down to 9.
Yep.
Okay, trained in running as well?
Yep, trained in running.
Down to 6.
And then
you want to use effort?
I'm using my hand to eye to give me more coordination.
The hand to eye may not work because it's literally you're not grabbing onto anything or even, it's more just balance.
Okay.
So it's 3.
I will spend 1 effort.
Okay, just don't roll a 1. Yep.
20. To the window, to the wall.
While pulling a jack.
That's great.
I couldn't have done it without Jack.
You still have another action. Understand that. So you had 2 boats in front of you. You've jumped 1 while everybody's bleeding out their nose and eyes. You now can jump to the other one. The other one is going through the gate.
Yeah.
The other one is a boat going through the gate. So we'll resolve that in just a second because the shadow box is above, but you will have another one. Oh crap! If you get out, okay, and no one sees Jack above. You're still partially there. No one sees you yet. They just think that the bad egg jumped off the boat. Okay. 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 Let's do this. Okay. So it's them. So you're going to be rolling the speed defense for the blurb flies again, because they're both going to just try to take these blurb flies. This is now they've had another round. They get 1 + 1 every round, 1 step more. Okay, so it's challenging. This is a speed defense roll, even as you're trying to jump from one to the other and kind of keep them in line.
I'm trained in blurb pilot.
Okay, counts down to 12.
And that's pretty much it for them. They're harder to hit because they're tiny, I believe.
No, because the shadow boxes aren't too much bigger anyway.
Okay.
So if you want to use effort, you can. It'd be speed, but otherwise it's a 12 or above now.
All right, I'm just gonna try this.
Do it. 12 or above.
Oh, 7.
Okay. Do you want to use XP?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 12 or above.
18.
Okay, got that. All right. So the first one, the air rifle bit goes, or the air shot goes right next to it. It goes for the second one, and this one is harder because this one is not. This one actually has vision. It's not covered in paint, which is rad. So it already drops one because of the piloting. Okay, and we're now at 15 or above, unless you want to use effort. This is to, it's going and it's aiming towards your blurb flies.
All right, let's try this. 19.
Damn.
Got
Flies are
okay.
fast.
Also, right through, and it just barely misses. Damn, you're rolling well when it counts. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay, now it's your additional action. Yeah. Okay, so it's your action now. You can jump another boat, and that boat takes you out of the gate, or the line of boats going out of the gate, and you don't see anything on the other side of it. They don't usually have this happen. They can follow you out. I'll warn for that, but at this point you can do it. So you want to jump to the next boat?
Not allowed.
You
Yeah.
have one. Okay, so here it is. It's a speed roll. I'm going to say it's the same thing as before. It's difficult. So it's 12. You're running and jumping. I'll drop it to 6. You're going to use effort? I don't know how much XP you have for rerolls, but it's up to you.
A little more. We're just gonna try and roll this, see what happens.
Okay.
8.
That 6 or above. 6 or above. Excellent. Well done. Okay. Yeah, you jump to that boat. And again, this is still the point where the people have been the grunts have been mind punched, or shaking it out and trying to bring the weapons up, and they're looking 2 boats back at this point, trying to figure out what's happening. Okay, they do not see Jack because you're partially there. Okay, everybody else is staying hidden. It feels like you're still moving out. Everybody making moves?
I'm staying underneath the bench and doing a lot of swearing in Ukrainian.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sorry, guys, that you haven't had much to do.
Like, who are these people and what is wrong with them? Like,
I'm running through scenarios that I could have used to bullshit them.
Yes.
Like party police. No, I already used party police. Etc.
Yeah.
I want to use my civil communication to ask Engel what these shadow boxes are. Because I have no idea what they are.
Bad is the short answer. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So
I figured they were bad. That's why I'm hiding when I saw the beams going across. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, so Engel will take a moment to try to explain them, but
Yes. Yeah, they're deputized support agents of the MPD, usually part of any police patrol checkpoint. Each is equipped with an amphibian module, scanner, and a beam weapon dial. Yep. Right. He knows.
Pete understands, but Annis wonders about these things that are half dream snake and half shadow.
Yes.
Himself.
Yes. Well, he does tell you they're technically robo-shads, so half robo, half shadow, that have parasitized. I'm guessing I'm pronouncing it correctly. Parasitized?
Because it's parasite.
Okay.
Parasite.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, yeah, that's what it is. I've just only read it. I've never said it out loud.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So they're basically they've caught a dream snake and they're sucking all the energy off of it. And yeah, that's it. And it's weird. It's something weird and Verty, without a doubt, which does apply to you probably. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so no one's into this, no one's jumping. Okay. The 4 grunts are going to, how fast can you hit the deck there and hide right now? You're gonna do a speed roll again, Smoke, as they're trying to figure out, you find some way to hide. You have a very scared looks like an older woman who has a cup of tea, a cup is still in her hand, and her eyes are wide, and you just jumped into her longboat. She's probably just moving goods out of the city or whatever, and she's like this. You're gonna roll either speed or something, but you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do it now. And
brandish your fist at her and say, "You hide me, or I'll give you 2 lumps."
I'm like, you better duck, love. And then I turn to smoke.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
Or might.
Wow, you dropped those pools all the way to squeeze out, didn't you? Well done.
Pools.
Okay. Okay. So wait. That's an action. So hold on. Something to either hit the deck and then activate it. You can do it. I'll say that whatever you pass, whatever roll you pass now, will be followed by that. In other words, you will keep floating out on that little boat, which is just 2 boats ahead of your buddies there. But you have to do something as you jump there, either to keep her from screaming, or to pilot the boat yourself, or to hide, or something. You have said that, but before you turn to smoke, technically you don't have an action left, or you don't have at least not this round. So it'd be. Yeah. So you have enough. You can do an action if it's like to hide or to do something, but to actually activate something, it'll be next round. So
I am going to duck and roll across the top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
While painting stripes.
While turning into a ball of smoke. That's good.
And then by the end, so it's like, psh, 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 and they're not like parallel because I'm rolling. It's more like here.
Yep. I dig it. I can see it. Okay, go for it. Speed roll.
So I dive out of the way and then turn to smoke.
Running and jumping count.
Falling over the edge.
Running and jumping count. It's just demanding. Basically, dropped it to simple with just being trained in those 2 things. Just don't roll a 1 or a 2, or if you want to use effort, just don't roll a 1. It's speed. It's the last roll. If you 18. Can do this,
I got
excellent.
It. Nice.
So I also impressed the lady with the tea.
You did. She's not going to talk maybe for the next 30 seconds to a minute, but it's probably for the best. She's just like this with her cup like this. Okay. They start pointing it at boats they don't know. Yours makes it out. You turn into smoke and you're out. The other 2, the boats in front of you, they also, they have guns pointed at them, but there's nothing they can really, they're just looking for you. They do not see partially there Chester on the deck, because he's partially there. And there's so much confusion above, with the blurb flies and everything, which are also going to have to roll. This is probably our last roll of the game, of the session here. And they're again up above fighting. Unless anybody else wants to do anything differently, you guys can stay where you're at and float out. Otherwise, again, let me know. And then otherwise, we're just going to roll to see if the blurb flies can get away. And each round, they don't get away. At this point, we have the full force. So again, with four firearms in the ground, each round they don't get away. You're going to lose 1. There's no re-rolls. Yeah, you've said. I mean, they kept you from getting.
I don't care about dying. Just save my blurbs.
Nice. So it's speed rolls. I'm going to say you have 3 blurbs in the sky. It's going to be 3 speed rolls. I think you should do them. Yeah. You can use the blurb fly controlling thing to bring it down. 15. If you want to use any effort, it's going to be int to use the effort at this point, because you're actually piloting them out. You're going to take over their autopilot and pilot them out. So if you want to use any...
edge. So you know what that means? A free level of effort.
Oh, good. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Roll a 9 or above. No, a 6 or above. Wait, 15, 14, 12, 9. Roll a 6 or above for the first one. And
16.
Good. Okay.
Spaz, of course.
The first one makes it out. 16. Again, no rerolls on this. Okay, the second one, the same thing. It's now 6 or above.
All right.
Not a step harder.
Oh, I got a 5.
Okay.
Let's see.
We'll see which one makes it in a second. But let's hope it's not Spaz.
Lit.
Last one.
Okay.
Last round. Last round of the
9.
session.
Oh, and one of them has a stealth model.
Yes. Yes.
So they.
The stealth model is the one inside that you've kept inside. You haven't released that one yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's only 3 in the sky.
No, because we're not in the thing anymore.
Oh, then there's 4 in the sky? I thought there were 3.
Yeah, there must be 4.
As far as I know,
still have them on me though.
Yeah, as far as I know, you kept the stealth model in when you jumped into the back of the paddy wagon. So it's still chilling and it's safe. Okay, so the last one was the last roll.
Was it? I think
you passed it. It was over a 6 at 8. Okay, 16,
like
5, and then
9
9.
16.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
I remember.
So the ones in the sky were Spaz. There was what was the other one?
Toodles, which is the one that I stole from
Sonic.
the TV station.
Exactly.
And Talia, which is my signed blurb fly.
Nice. Okay. So here's how we're going to do it. One of them did not make it, and as you look up, as you're in smoke and everything, you can see that 2 of them fly back. Now here's what we're going to do the roll. It's going to be a D20 roll. 20 is going to be that, it'll be hopefully something a little bit better. Otherwise, they're split by 7. So 1 to 7, 8 to 20, 21 to.
Would a D6 be easier?
I was hoping to give you more.
But then you have to take the 1 and the 20.
I was going to say the chances of,
I'll roll both.
Yeah. Wait a sec. Do the D20, and then again, because it'll still split into 7, 7, 7, and then the top. Oh no, so it won't be 7. Yeah, 7, 7, 7, and then no matter what. So one of them will have. No, do a D6. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make this more complicated.
All right.
So 1, 2.
I'll roll a 20 to see if I get a 1 or a 20, and then I'll roll a D6 to see who it is.
Okay.
I got a 2, so 9.
Okay.
Right,
so
and a D6.
So just so you know, before you'll roll it, but before I see the results, 1 and 2 is Spaz, 3 and 4 is Toodles, 5 and 6 is Talia.
Okay.
Here it is, guys. The last roll.
3.
Toodles.
Hi, Toodles. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Yep, you can use
grave.
Spaz and Talia zip down and zip right in. You guys float out. You are now in limbo. You're out of the wall. You can hear the commotion. Now that you guys, the second boat is floated out, and Chester, you can see that the coast is clear. You can hear there's still gunshots and mayhem happening behind there. They're probably just shooting randomly. Hopefully it's into the air, but no, in the MPD, maybe it's not. And
I accidentally shoot the shadow boxes.
Yeah, well, yeah, one of them is going to have to get cleaned up. But you guys have made it out. Here is where we're going to pick up next session. And the next session is this. And this is what, Gindle Gary doesn't know what the hell's going on either. He's just happy he's alive. You guys have made it out of Manchester like you were supposed to. You guys have the information. The tracers are after you guys. Specifically, the tracers have the full support and the MPD at their disposal, and also there is no way in hell that Manchester is safe for you guys, either anytime soon or until you fix this. That you guys were literally on the most broadcast thing around. You're on the Tracer show, basically. Tracers is like, you know, they're that level. They're like
It's like the real.
yeah, like yeah, almost like Dog the Bounty Hunter meets fucking The Bachelor or something awful. You know, one of those kind of things. But it's truly like it's a reality catch 'em thing, and they're badass. But they catch level 4s, so you guys know that.
But how are we gonna kill Clown Fandingo now? I mean, find. I meant find.
Find, yes.
I said kill. I meant find.
Yes, the boomers are somewhere in there. And again, you guys have PDFs. Maybe you guys can figure out what's going on. But the most important thing, again, is that you guys are out of Manchester for now. And 2 is you realize that it's gone from bad to worse. That now the Tracers, and Tracers don't stop at the city wall. No way. So you now have.
I would like to send an anonymous footage of myself escaping to the Tracer show.
So rad. Good.
You know what? Out anyway. So I want to see them. I want them to see me looking awesome.
Okay.
And shouting. And side note, shouting about how everybody else was still in custody.
Yes. Good. Okay. Okay. So the lone wolf, Captain Smoke, made it out alone. Obviously, the MPD knows that there's missing. But if they want to keep it quiet, they can. Okay, cool. So that is it. To be honest, I'm so glad you guys didn't try to fight at the beginning. There were Tetramechs. There were Tetramechs. The 2 VTOLs had, like, thank you. I did not want this to be.
Thank you for not dying. Thank you for not.
I honestly thought I was going to die when I got caught.
I promise you that was the right decision. There was no way out of that. That was smart. And well done. So now you guys have a boat. You guys are heading, north. You guys can, switch directions once you're out. Now that you're out in limbo and stuff like that.
Is the boat solid, or is it still taking on water?
Oh no, you repaired it. That and the motor. You guys again also have some really good feathers. You have Grand Bubonica. You guys have Mirror. You have Midnight Zone, and what was the other? Top Gear, not Top Gear, Stop Gear. All of those are really good. You have the other goodies and stuff like that, and you're out. You guys, again, the last feeling you guys get is that it is going to be a long time before, again, unless something huge and drastic happens, it's going to be a long time before you're back in Manchester.
We should go to Liverpool. We've never been there before.
Came out the river the wrong direction from the city.
Yeah, I was just say, Angil is probably the
Angil is on the deck in Ukrainian.
Yes.
Fucking limbo again.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, you guys are up for the adventure. He's lived this hell before. This is bad. Yeah.
If we're really going into limbo, can we just do one of these fine feathers that we found? Because that sounds awesome.
I mean, that's my plan next time. I'm wired still. I'm alive.
Okay, so between all of us, how many?
And I want to get high.
How many feathers do we have? I've got a black and a yellow.
I got a black and a blue.
Okay.
I got the Midnight Zone, which is black.
Another black.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's pretty rad. And again, you have a spot to do it. You have like your floating stash pad, the Cranky Yankee. And your own
black ones at the same time.
We have lots of tea now because I'm gonna, get some from this nice tea lady before I go back.
That's true. Absolutely. And Ginnel Gary can watch over your shit if you jump off. Okay, so we'll pick it up there next session. You guys have a vehicle. You know what's chasing you. you know that you're not welcome at home in Manchester right now, and you also know that it all keeps going back to the cops. It keeps going back to, you know, them finding
Should
you.
have fucking killed Takshaka.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We should try that again.
You got a yellow feather.
Yes, we should.
Yeah, you should. And we'll leave it at that. Perfect. Okay.
Oh, you just cut out.
You just lost your audio.
Can you hear me
There
now?
you are.
There you are.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm glad you guys survived. I'm really glad. And we'll pick it up exactly from there next time. Sound good?
I can't believe
Yay.
Chester's
Cool.
plan worked.
Yay.
Yeah.
See
Good.
you in 2 weeks.
All right, guys. Catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.